All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. It's showtime like Kareem Lakers. I make a masterpiece, seem basic. No Meek Millie, but I'm dream chasing. Took the shortcut like Anita Baker. I want the bright lights that you see in Vegas. I need a big house with like 3 basements. Drop an M on the whip, think I'm speed racing. Don't know if it's the Transformer or the Green Ranger. My nigga Mac got the beat banging. Young nigga selling crack as a teenager. Had fiends playing baseball out here free basing. Had me showing off the rings like a Freemason. My mama gone, but I keep pacing. Trying to keep it all together like I need braces. Family calling when they need favors. When I was broke, they was acting like complete strangers. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Rest in peace, the Nippy was the street savior. Got my credit right now, I need acres. Gotta turn your dirty money into clean paper. Trying to own a franchise without a key player. I go through hoes like I weave laces. Tree blazers, let they mama noodles be flavored. Meat takers that be acting like the D sacred. You bust in, you would think they on their knees praying. Then I slide like a screensaver. When I'm done, make some scrambled eggs, cheese bacon. Then it's on to the next, I ain't a speed dater. Little bitch ain't gon' hear from me till weeks later. I don't see no things changing. Kids still dodging bullets like they seen Matrix. These young niggas really need saving, but OGs won't teach them that the street's dangerous. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby.
Ooh, baby. Was popping, was popping, was popping. CamJNetwork back with another one. Sorry, but not sorry. Boxing Talk Wednesdays, man, for sure. Up here with my sister, Jag Queen Boxing, for sure. You already know, family. And I got a special guest today, my brother, Matt from Brunch Boxing, brother. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good, man. How you guys doing today?
Doing
Oh
great,
man,
man.
today is a
Wonderful
good
today,
day.
man. On this Wednesday, man. Definitely for sure. And I see some people in the building. I'm gonna shout a few people out real quick. You know what I'm saying? So salute to my sister Shawa in the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to Shawa. She had a great show earlier. She was cooking up crazy, man. So make sure y'all definitely subscribe to my sister Shawa for sure. She's definitely lit with the boxing content for sure. Salute to my dog, all things, man. Y'all heard my man's hit that like button. Make sure y'all definitely hit that like button for sure. Support the channel. If you ain't subbed up, subscribe to the channel for sure. We definitely working for sure, man. Salute to my brother, all things. And salute to my brother, crucial content in the building, man. Salute to my dog, man. You already know Midwest in the building. You feel me? And salute to my dog, Million Films, man. I see you in the building. My boy, Million Films, man. What's good with you? What's good with you, brother? And let me see who else. Who else? My brother, Sam Ironheart. I see you in the building, man. My brother, Sam. What's good, brother? What's popping? What's popping? And who else? Who else? Scroll down some more. And there go my dog. My brother D1, Angry White Man Boxing Podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe to Angry White Man Boxing Podcast, man. That's family, man, for sure. Definitely, man, for sure. Subscribe to my brothers over there. Angry White Man Boxing Podcast, one of the best in the game doing the damn thing, for sure. And my brother, man, my young boy, Richie Baby in the building. What's good with you, cuz? What's popping? It's popping. Okay, then. So we getting this established. That's who all in the building. They gonna fall in some more. So we gonna get it cracking, man. Let's go ahead and get it cracking. All right, so got my brother Matt from Brunch Boxing, man. Definitely a pleasure, man. Definitely been wanting to do this for a while. I'm like, man, I want to get my brother Matt from Brunch Boxing on
Uh,
CamJNetwork just to talk some boxing, man. I've been talking about it for a couple of months now, for real, honestly. So definitely, man, honored to have you on the channel today, man. And just to get started, man, just give everybody just a little bit of familiarity with you a little bit, to start, telling everybody how, brunch boxing started and everything, and you can go from there.
Hey, first of all, I appreciate you for having me on, man. Hey, it shouldn't have took you months, man. You hit me up. I
Right.
come up like I'm quick, man. You just let me know. I'll pop up. I always tell people because I'm from Brooklyn, so like Biggie said, I drop unexpectedly like bird shit, man. So
Yeah,
if you
facts,
you,
facts,
you put in the call, I'm there.
facts,
Um,
facts.
but believe it or not, brunch boxing is only 2 years old. You know, I started
Right.
it August of 2023. Um, because I feel like the game is missing the real boxing talk. A lot of people are so negative about all the fights that we get in. I feel like there's like not enough excitement about the great fights that's happening. Everyone always wants to tell us boxing is dead, boxing is dying, boxing is dead. I don't feel that way. I feel like journalism in boxing is dead because it's the same curmudgeons that complain about stuff that don't matter. It don't matter. Let's talk about what we got in
Facts.
the ring. Let's talk about the great fighters that we got. Let's talk about the Shakur Stevensons, Bevan Haney, Brian Norman Jr. Let's talk about Bud Crawford. Let's talk about all David Benavidez, all the great guys that we have in the sport of boxing that's putting on for the sport of boxing, putting on great fights for the fans. You know, let's get to it. Let's talk about it. So I decided to start Brunch Boxing just so that we could elevate the boxing talk past where it was before.
Facts, facts. And even before brunch boxing, I know you was already in the boxing and stuff. You can let everybody know like how long you've been in boxing even before that and how you got into the game.
I'm not gonna hold you. I've been in boxing for a while, like over a decade.
Facts.
A lot of people don't know that. I used to write for a British website who shall not be named because nobody gets no free pub for me no more. But I used to write for a British boxing website, and I used to run a British boxing group called Boxing Updates with my man Frack. Shout out to my guy Frack, Kevin Boxing
Yeah.
Updates, all my guys over there. you know, we used to run that Facebook group. We got up to over like 200,000 members, and then Facebook clipped the group, so we had to start a new one. But now we up in the
Yeah.
90,000. We still doing our thing, but it was good to have so many members, so people would really fuck with us. So I started covering shows. I think my first interview ever in boxing, believe it or not, was Eddie Hearn.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
yeah, my first interview was Eddie Hearn. He gave me my first interview. So shout out to Eddie Hearn. I know some people think I don't
Facts.
like him, but I'm always grateful to Eddie Hearn for being gracious with his time. Um, what else, man? After that, I just, got away from boxing for a while, but something brought me back to boxing. I think boxing Twitter brought me back actually, because I never used to use Twitter. Once I got on Twitter and I seen how Twitter was the Wild Wild West and how fun it was,
Man.
that got me back into boxing.
Yeah, bro. It's wild on Twitter, like super
It was
crazy. Like
very,
crazy on Twitter all the
yeah,
time.
they go wild up there. I can't even take it sometimes. Like y'all say anything on y'all keyboard, just just the most
Mhm.
ridiculous things I've ever heard sometimes.
yeah, yeah. So I wanted to get back into boxing. Um, my man Lefty, shout out to Lefty Chicken Talk. We used to kick it on Chicken Talk a lot. Once he decided to end Chicken Talk, I decided to pick up the baton and run with it. So I started Brunch Boxing just to keep it going. And here we are, 2 years later. We're thriving, and hopefully there's nowhere else to go but up from here.
Yeah,
That's
we see, but
amazing. Only 2 years. You've definitely been doing your thing for sure.
You see Eugene in the comments right there. He said, "Man, I'm at boxing updates on Facebook group."
Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to Eugene, man. Gene been in my Facebook group for years. Years. I've known Gene for years. Shout
Facts,
out to the Ring Walk podcast. He do his thing.
facts. Thanks, man. So let's go ahead and get into some of this boxing, man. Let's get into some of this boxing talk a little bit. So, let's go off of just a little report that you reported the other day, right here, and just starting off. This was I want to see how you feel about this right here with the WBC lifting Ryan Garcia from his ban through the WBC, per Mauricio Suleiman right here. So. How you feel about this situation with Ryan Garcia getting the ban from the WBC and then possibly in negotiations with Mario Royals for a fight early 2026?
Well, first of all, I'm okay with them lifting the ban. I see there's a lot of negative reaction to the WBC lifting the ban. Oh, how could you do this? He was racist. He was all this stuff. But I need to point out to people that the WBC was the only sanctioning body that actually did something to Ryan Garcia. Okay, so
Right.
we're upset that they lifted the ban, but we're not upset at the other three sanctioning bodies for not even punishing him in the first place. The
Talk about it.
WBC actually took the extra step to expel him and ban him. And when I spoke to Nancy from the WBC, who's like Mauricio Suleiman's right hand woman, she said that the WBC had a program in place that Ryan Garcia is going to have to hit certain benchmarks. He's going to have to show that he made certain changes in order for them to welcome him back. So to me, when I heard that he's welcomed back within the WBC, that tells me that he followed the steps that they asked of him in order to be welcomed back. So I'm okay with it.
Facts, facts. What you think about it, sis?
Yeah, for one, he made a very good point that the WBC was the only one who came out and actually did something, banned him on top of his ban, because if I'm not mistaken, he got banned during his already suspension, during his racist remarks, and all that kind of other stuff. So the fact that they were the only ones who took the initial step to ban him, I'm pretty sure he thought all the other sanctioned bodies would follow suit, and they didn't. But they stood on business when it came to that. So for sure. And lifting the ban, I mean, it is what it is. They weren't going to ban him for a lifetime. There's really any boxer who ever gets banned for a lifetime, even ones with repeat PED scandals. So let's be honest.
Facts, facts, facts. Yeah, I'm along with you guys on this. Like, they lifted the ban. I'm cool with it. I mean, they already. The thing is, we know these sanctioning bodies. They do what the hell they want to do with the fighters and stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't read into it so much into it, honestly. And of course, now they pushing for Ryan to fight Mario Barrios now, which is everybody's been more in the outrage a little bit. I seen a few people in outrage about Ryan Garcia getting a title shot after losing the Rolly and stuff. How y'all feel? How you feel about that, Matt?
I don't care. Who cares? Who cares? I thought the days of caring about losses was over. What happened?
Guys,
So do we only care about losses when it's somebody we don't like? Let that man get a title
man,
shot. It is what it is. If he
guys.
wins, he wins. If he loses, he loses. I don't think that people should get thrown out just for taking a tough matchup and losing. Now, I know some people don't respect Rolly, but I respect Rolly. Okay, so to me, Ryan Garcia losing to Rolly wasn't a big deal because I picked Rolly to beat him in the first place. I think Rolly is a better fighter. You know,
Mm,
so just because people sleep on the opponent and it's a quote unquote upset, it doesn't mean that we throw Ryan Garcia out. He got a title shot. Mario Barrios' mandatory is not due, so he could take a voluntary. If his voluntary is a big money fight against Ryan Garcia, why are we mad about that? We don't like fun fights. It's gonna be a fun fight. And my favorite part about the fight is that I'm hearing that this fight is gonna be a double header with Sebastian Fedora, Keith Thurman on a PBC
mm,
card. So,
mm.
so,
Oh, okay.
so, let's think about that stat card that we get in December from PBC. Now they're talking about doing a big ass doubleheader in January. Boxing is back, and we should all be happy about it.
Facts. That's major right there. What you think
Yeah,
about
that
that,
is
sis?
major. And I wanna just a little bit align with what Matt said, but I do want to offer a caveat. I don't have a problem with Ryan Garcia getting a title shot. I just feel like after a loss, that's a little quick and iffy to me. But hell, they did it with Lomachenko several times, so I understand that Golden Boy needs them another Golden Goose. But I will say this, right? Thank you for pointing out the fact that Ryan had the tougher fight. I mean, yeah, Ryan had the tougher fight on that card. Rolly is a big puncher, and he has no doubtedly, in my opinion, been getting better since he separated from Bullet. So for sure, that was definitely a tougher fight than Ramirez. 100% tougher.
Absolutely. Like I like even for example, Fundora got pulled up to fight Tim Zoo last year after a loss. After losing to Brian Mendoza, and he seized the moment in that
Hmm.
opportunity, and look at him now. Now he's one of the top dogs at 154 now after that.
And
He
and
beats
Matt is
Tim Zoo
right.
twice and everything.
People only started caring about losses because of Mayweather. Let's be honest. As much as I love Mayweather, he started all of this. The glorifying that. Back in the day, I mean, we just have the face of boxing with two losses on his record. So I mean, like he said, it really all depends on who you like and who you don't like, really, if it matters to you. Me, I've never been a fan of that old crap either because you can retire with 40, 50, and oh, but if you fought nothing but cab drivers and garbage truck, who gives a damn?
Absolutely, absolutely, definitely. Yeah, man. I don't have no issue with this Mario, especially if we getting Barrios and Garcia on Thurman Fundora. Hey, I'm all for that for sure. That January 24th, that card is starting. Well, not the 24th. I don't think that's the date, right? I think it's a different date, but that date is crazy.
I heard they're looking at a couple dates, January 24th and January 31st.
Yep, the
Okay.
following week.
Who
Yeah.
who you got in that fight, Matt?
I love Barrios, but
Okay.
I think Ryan gets it. I'm not gonna lie. I
Yeah,
think Ryan gets
Mm.
him. I think Ryan
You know
gets him.
what? Because Ryan to me has more of a killer instinct than Barrios.
Yeah, yeah. That's exactly right. Barrios, he played with his food too much or he got too
Oh my
complacent.
God, that made me so angry.
man,
And
big time.
yeah, Ryan, if he got you down, he try to take you out. He get a little wild when he do it, but at least you know that he trying to get you out of there.
Facts, facts, facts. Salute to my dog, Big Block, and with the $5 bang in the Cash App, man, showing the Cash App love, man. Salute to my dog, Big Block. And if y'all want to support the channel, man, y'all can support the channel through Super Chat or Cash App, $ CamJNetwork, man. We definitely, saying, appreciate it always for sure. You know what I'm saying? We definitely working over here for sure, man. So definitely we can move on to this next topic that I had. And this is another little report right here from my brother Matt right here. Now, this is interesting right here. So, my brother Matt, they reported the deposition of the November 14th bout between Gary Anton Russell and Andy Hiroka is in a flux after the cancellation of Jake Paul, Gervonta Davis event. And I know you said pretty much with the fight, you were saying pretty much the fight would probably land on the Jake Paul card if he fights somebody from PBC and possibly another card on PBC early in the year, possibly as well.
So I'll just let the cat out the bag right away. If Jake Paul fights another PBC guy, the fight's landing on that card. But if Jake Paul does not fight another PBC guy, obviously PBC won't be involved in that card, then that fight will move to
Yeah.
the January card with Fundora and Thurman.
Facts. And that
Yeah.
adds way more firepower to that card.
PBC not playing with people right now, man.
Yes.
like,
Yes.
they
They
heard the
standing
talk.
on big
They heard the
business right
talk.
now.
Yeah, they heard the talk.
They is on business, stacking these cars up crazy right now. They definitely on business right now. What you think about that, sis?
Nah, for sure. That's gonna make it fire for sure. And to Matt's point, I know they heard the whispers, but those been whispering ever since they came into existence. They broke, they don't put on enough cards. You know how But I'm
Facts, facts. I'm definitely rocking with it. I definitely Gary Anti Ross. That's a fight that I definitely been wanting to see for sure because I know this fight been, talked about for a long time. Of course, with Andy Hiroka being this mandatory and everything. So I love this fight and I'm ready to see this fight. I can't wait to see it. And
Yeah,
especially, I'm
and
a big fan of Gary Anti Russell. Big
if
fan of
people
him.
are not familiar with Andy Hirioka, get yourself familiar because that ain't no easy fight. I'm gonna tell you that right
Facts.
now. That ain't no easy fight. I know because he's from another country and people probably haven't seen him over here in the States, they automatically think, oh, well, why's he fighting this guy to nobody? Bro, this guy is cracking. This guy is
Facts.
cracking and he knows how to fight. He fights very, very well. He knocked out Brian Norman's guy, Jin Sasaki,
Jen
at
Sasaki.
140. He beat up old man Barroso, who everybody knows. So listen,
Yeah.
he knows how to fight. He knows how to crack. So to me, that is one of the best fights on a boxing calendar.
Yes, and salute to my brother Shell Moore. He said so. Gary Anti Russell is being moved to the
No,
Fundor versus
no, no,
Thurman
no. I
card.
didn't say that. I said if Jake Paul does not fight a PBC guy, that's where
Facts.
they'll move. But if Jake Paul fights another PBC guy, then Gary Antoine will be moving with the Jake Paul card on Netflix. Just so we're clear.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
these people.
All right. So in more news right here, yeah, I wanted to get your take on this. So of course Clarissa, she says she's gonna be announcing her free agency decision and her next opponent this week right here, and saying that it's described as historic right here. Right here. So what you think about this right here? What you think her move gonna be possibly, man?
All the women that we want her to fight, line them up. She's gonna fight them as long as they're willing to step in the ring. So the Shadeja Greens of the world, the Fran John Cruzes of the world, like anybody y'all want her to fight, she gonna fight. And I think that the announcement that she'll have is gonna shock some. I think the announcement she has is
Mm.
gonna shock some people. Uh, I do, I do have an inkling of what it is, but I can't say.
Yeah, okay.
She's gonna announce it Thursday morning. Thursday morning, 11 a.m. She's gonna announce it. So stay tuned.
Y'all heard it from my brother Bat himself. He said tomorrow morning, Thursday, 11 a.m., Clarissa's going to have a big announcement on her next move. So everybody make sure y'all pay attention. What you think about that, sis?
I'm excited to see who it is, as long as it ain't no damn Jake Paul. I definitely want her to get back in the ring. I want her to just get back in the ring and stay active. I know at her weight class the competition is very slim up there. But as long as she's staying active, she might have to fight some of these girls 2 times or whatever the case may be, just to stay active. She's gonna continue to compete. But as long as it ain't Jake Paul, whatever.
Man.
Well, I can assure you, it's not Jake Paul. She will, she will be fighting a woman next. But not only is she announcing her next opponent, remember, Clarissa Shields is a free agent. She is announcing her new promoter also.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because I was thinking she was gonna do like a fight by fight deal with Salida and still kind of stay with Salida. But in order to get some of those fights, some of them fights is elsewhere and stuff too. So definitely interesting factor in it for sure. I'm
We'll
definitely
see.
intrigued
We'll
on her
see.
move.
She listen. She did say that she did get offers from 8 MVP Jake Paul. She got offers from Eddie Hearn, the Matchroom. Obviously, she got offers from Salida. So we'll see who she chose tomorrow.
Mm. Okay, okay, okay. All right, so we can switch it up and go to the next one. Now, this is a video clip I wanted to play right here, and um this is of Lou DiBella right here, talking about TKO and Dana White right here. So we can go ahead and react to this after this.
What do you think of Dana's demeanor that fight week? Remember the press conference? He's asked some tough
look, I
questions.
think that Dana's probably wondering to himself a little bit. I don't speak for him. He's not,
No, I just you've been there.
I think he might be sitting to myself going, what do we get into here?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Because he also understands something, that overpaying the big name because you just like the guy's demanding more and you give him that money. How does that jive with trying to knock down the base?
Right.
Right. It's going to be a balancing act. And you know, right now, my sense is that, you know, if you look at, I respect the fact Turkey's a fan and he seems to love boxing. He seems to at least want to make some big fights he wants to see. But he also seems to wake up like some days and just like he's on one thing, then he's on another thing, and it's the flavor of the day, the flavor of the month. He's, you know, I don't fully understand where he's getting all his advice from and the people around him and whatever. There were some people around him that I think know some things. There are some other people around him. I shrug my shoulders, and there are some things I see being done that.
Yes. So Matt, what you think about with Lou DiBella, and then you can just give your whole overall take for us, like TKO, Dana White, and the Revival Act and everything. What's going on?
Listen, Turkey does what Turkey wants to do. Sure, he has people around him, but at the end of the day, he's going to do what he wants to do. Whether or not he's good for the long-term health of boxing remains to be seen. I personally, the jury is still out. I need to see him build a fighter from the ground up. I need to see him invest in the grassroots of boxing. It's very easy to take guys that everyone else already built and say, hey, I'm going to throw a whole bunch of money at you and you two guys fight. It's very easy to take someone else's shiny toys, but can you build your own toys? Can you build the future of boxing? I'm not too sure. I'm willing to listen. Let's see what he does.
Facts. Sis, what you think about what Lou said in that clip right there, sis?
Well, I'm 100% in agreement. And you know, I've been following this TKO and what they're trying to do with the Ali Act very closely. And that is right. I've said that also in a few of my videos. You know, he's going to get some of these fighters hurt. He wants to see almost like Rock'em Sock'em robot fights. And he doesn't understand that you have to build these fighters in order for them to have longevity. You can't give them hard fight after hard fight after hard fight. They need a few soft touches to kind of maybe even recoup from their last battle. You know what I mean? Like, I just
Facts.
feel like he doesn't really understand what it takes to do that. And I feel like him getting Dana White ain't going to help him understand that either.
Yeah, I like me and you, sis, we've been talking about it. Like, I think like that whole relationship between Dana White and Turkey, I think it's a situation where both of them guys are very egotistic to where they're gonna butt heads a lot. You know, I've been on record saying that a lot, and you know, in
Oh,
recent
yeah.
time and stuff. What you think about that
Hmm.
aspect of it, Matt?
Well, they already butted heads before. I don't know if
Yep.
you guys remember. Uh,
Yep, already.
Turkey put it out there. Hey, no, he's not doing this fight. We're doing this fight, and then all of a sudden they made up, and now Dana's doing the fight again. You know, it's like you never know with these guys because there's
I feel
always a
like
lot of
they're
egos
using
involved.
each other. Do you feel that way, Matt? I feel like they're using each other, and it's all going to come down to who stabs who in the back the hardest first.
That's boxing, ain't it?
Man.
That's boxing. So what you telling me? This is boxing. That's boxing.
Yeah, man. So I mean, with the process now, so they waiting on the they're gonna be talking to the White House pretty soon, aren't they?
There's supposed to be the bill is going to be
I
voted
thought that
on
was
in the House of
today.
Representatives. No. December.
No?
It's going to go to the
December,
House
that's
of
right. Okay.
Representatives. Well, the government shut down right now, so they can't do shit right
Yeah,
now anyway. But
right.
shout out to the Republicans and Democrats. But anyway,
Oh, hmm.
it's gonna go December. We're gonna see if it goes through. I think it's gonna go through. I'll be honest with you. I think it's a done deal. I think it's a
Right.
done deal. It's gonna go through. You know, I feel like I wasted my time, you know, calling into the California State Athletic Commission meeting to voice my opinion because it's a done deal. We know that. They just want to get the PR right. That's all. They want to get the PR right. You know, but I have decided that I can't feel so passionately about this Because the boxers don't care. It's like of all the
Mm.
people that called it, it was me. It was a bunch of writers like Jake Donovan. Um, we had MMA writers. We had MMA lawyers. We had MMA fighters calling in, former UFC fighters coming in. Not one boxer. Not one
Damn.
boxer. So I was like, do you even care that you're about to get screwed over? Do you
I
care?
thought I thought Rachel Donaire, well, she ain't a boxer, but I thought Nonito Donaire's wife called in.
Yes, yes, yes. She did. She did.
Okay.
Yeah, but she ain't no boxer.
Yeah.
She ain't no boxer.
Right, and they've been asking, like, I know they asked Devin Haney about it recently, and Boots, and like a lot of the fighters, they say like, they ain't for them messing around with the Ali Act and
Yeah,
everything.
but if you're not for it, you
Yeah,
have
why
to
wouldn't you
actually go to the people
call?
that matter. Yeah, go to the people that
Right.
matter. Tell Ariel Hawani that that you're not
Right,
for it.
Uh-oh,
Ain't
Matt
gonna
getting
do
messy.
shit.
Uh-oh, Matt getting messy. Let me stop.
Yeah, it's not gonna do nothing. Like
that's real.
you
That's
talk to the
real
people
because
that
they
matter.
they gave the excuses. They saying like, oh well, we didn't know about it and everything, and I'm like. Well, the first call, a lot of people I knew about the first call. I'm like,
Oh,
why nobody know? Now the second one was in the wee hours in the morning. Nobody know
absolutely, I was
about the
doing
second
that.
one.
Mm-hmm. That's how
Yeah,
they do in
so
Congress, though. When they receive any type of pushback, that's what they do. They wait till the wee hours of the night like a pervert and get in there and do what they got to do. That's how it got passed. What was it, California 6-0? That's how they do.
uh-huh. So
Yeah, that
for
was
me,
nasty work.
it's like guys, if you don't care, it's gonna and you know why they don't care? Because it's not gonna affect them. Let's be honest, it's going to affect future generations of fighters.
The
It's not
ones
going to
coming
affect
up.
them,
Yep.
yeah, because these
Right.
guys already made their money. They already made their money. They're on their way out of the game. If some of them are lucky, they got 5 years left. It's not going to affect them at all. But the guys behind them, the young kids that's in the gym, 9 years old right now, that's just getting into boxing, working on their craft, it's going to affect them. It's going to affect them.
But then,
Facts.
Matt, you got people saying stupid stuff like, well, it only affects you if you sign up. But how many people, like to your point, the ones that are coming out of the Olympics, the ones that are just starting their amateur career, who wouldn't if they're looking to make money and they have a long way to go before they start making those huge purses?
Exactly. And let's be honest, boxing is not a rich man's sport. Okay?
Exactly.
Boxing, boxing is a sport that people do out of necessity to get out of fucked up situations. So of course, when you have someone that comes out of destitution and poverty, they're gonna sign up. Of course, they're gonna sign up. If I'm a young kid and I'm starving, and you say, "Hey, take this $50,000," you might as well have gave me $1,000,000. That's what it looked like to me because I ain't never seen that in
Facts.
my life. So I'm gonna take that. And that's what people don't understand. They're gonna take advantage of these people. Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. Don't think for 1 second that it's only gonna be TKO and that. Like, I guarantee you that some of these other promoters out there, they're gonna take advantage of the fact that they can start their own little systems. They can start their own little system. And they're gonna end up taking advantage of fighters too. It's gonna be a never-ending cycle.
I don't know because they don't have enough bread to grease the wheels, especially if they're like smaller. They won't have enough bread to grease the wheels. You know
Yeah,
what I
but they
mean?
don't need to. Once the law passes through, anybody could do it.
Oh yeah.
Once the
Oh
law
my
passes through, anybody
God.
could do it.
Right. It's gonna be a whole domino effect
Oh
from
my
all the
God.
promoters after that.
Yeah.
Whole
Oh
domino
my
effect in
God.
that situation.
It's
That's
about
why
to
I say
be some
this.
old.
Like Matt said, it's not. It don't affect the fighters that's already getting to the bag crazy, but the fighters that's coming up, the prospects, the amateurs stuff, it affects
Yep.
them
Yep.
coming up in
Yep.
in the future. About 8+ years, down the line. What I mean, it really be
Hmm.
affecting them for sure. So definitely, that's why I was very hopeful this shit not passing, and I mean, still in the air.
Nah,
But the
don't be
way they
hopeful.
moving, they got that money, man. They moving that money through
Yeah,
this
don't be
whole
hopeful.
situation.
It's
Like I
passing.
said, don't be hopeful.
Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna pass as soon as people think it is, because I'm not sure if people saw the reports, but I did see some reports out there that TKO, Azufa Boxing, they're planning on launching in Abu Dhabi.
Wow.
So they're not even launching in the United States, which tells me they're not going to set foot in here to do business until this thing passes.
That definitely makes sense too.
Yeah, but now you got to ask yourself, if this is not a big deal, Dana White and TKO and Turkey Al-Rashid, if this is not a big deal, then why do you need this law to pass before you can start doing business?
Man.
Exactly. And I feel like they didn't answer Fighthead's question when they asked them, will you still invest if it doesn't? Because as Matt said, it's gonna pass. They've greased enough wheels. Dana, he's cozy with, the person in office at the point in time. So they're doing what they do. But I don't see anything positive coming out of it. If they want to do something positive for boxers, I mean, they would leave it the way it is.
Yeah, exactly. Because a lot of the things that people claim are the problems with boxing don't have nothing to do with the bill that they're introducing. that doesn't fix all of that. All it does is create a system where you can flourish. And TKO had their earnings call today, their fourth quarter earnings call, and on that earnings call, they said explicitly that we are expecting the same margins of return in this super boxing experiment that we got with UFC. How do you think it's going to happen? Where's the money going to come from? The fighters.
Gonna be gonna be lowballing all the fighters and shit and profiting all the bag.
Exactly. Because anyone who's ever ran a business before, what's your biggest cost? Labor. Labor is your biggest cost. People cost money. So if you can control the labor, you control the profit.
That's deep. That's very deep right there, man, for sure. So, yeah, we can go ahead and switch gears, man. We can switch gears.
Hold on, I want to add one more thing to that.
Yeah, go ahead,
and
sis,
that would explain why Turkey doesn't care about an ROI right now. That explains everything.
See, now you think. Yep.
For real. So we gonna switch gears right here. This right here, a clip right here from Foster Fulton, man. I'm really big on this fight, man. And this my dog Matt in this clip right here too. So I'm about to go ahead and play this clip from yesterday's undercard presser yesterday from PBC right here.
Immediate questions are going to come from Matt Brown with Brunch Boxing. Matt, please unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
I appreciate you. How you doing, fellas? This one's for Oshaki. You seem to be a little offended by reports that Stephen Fulton had to move mountains to get this matchup on December 6th. What happened with that, man? How did this fight come about on this date so soon?
Because I mean, honestly, moving mountains is crazy. It don't even make sense to me, honestly. The fight was been supposed to happen. It ain't like my purse got bigger or smaller. It's like move mountains for what? The fight was already secured, like I don't really get it, but they gonna have to explain
the fight wasn't
that.
secured on this date. I made it happen on this date.
Bro, I didn't need that. I didn't, bro. What was gonna happen was, be real with you, I was gonna move on anyway. Like if this ain't happening, so it ain't nobody making no accommodations for me, bro. Like I
made it for myself and for the fight.
Well, say that for yourself. Say it for yourself, not for me. Not for me. Ain't nobody gave me no extra bread or nothing like that, bro. Acting like accommodations, like
nobody know if they.
Because you talking like you just made some shit happen, bro. You ain't
made
the
fight happen on this date, bro. I made the fight happen on this
date.
I
appreciate you, my G. But don't go in there talking like you just did some extra stuff for it. Like, come on, bro.
When have I said something like I did some extra shit?
Man, I'm talking
when have
about
you heard me? When have you seen me right tweet or anything? That been y'all.
I'm just letting y'all know. Ain't nobody move mountains for nothing.
There's always an issue and shit, man. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit.
Man, I'm just letting you know. I don't give a fuck what you trying to hear. I don't care what you trying to hear. I'm just letting you know. Ain't nobody move mountains for me, boy. Like ain't nobody need.
Bro, I made this shit happen. That's final, bro.
Like, I don't know what you.
It's fine.
We made this happen, boy. We pushed for this fight to be before the end of the year. Let's be real. We pushed for this fight to be before the end of the year. Y'all, and you wanted to go to January, February, boy.
No, the fuck I didn't want to go no January, February.
Hey, man.
That's how I can tell you don't know what you talking about, bro. You just talking, bro. As usual, bro. You just be talking, bro.
I'm in negotiations. I know what's going on. I ain't behind the scenes,
bro. Well, they must be fucking lying to you.
Ain't no way.
I ain't asking. I know, everybody already know. I ain't asking no January nor February. They was gonna try to push it to January, February. If it wasn't for me stepping the fuck up and keep making phone calls. I don't know what the fuck you did on your end, but I know what I did on my end.
If it wasn't for you, bro.
I know what I did on my end. I don't know what you did on your end.
You so
I know what I did on my end, though.
You got it cool, boy.
I know what I did on my end. I know what I did on my end, though.
You got it cool,
I don't know what you did on your end to make shit happen.
Motherfucker be trying to make that self seem so great.
But you didn't even say I was trying to make it happen January, February, and these niggas lying to you. Nobody, why the fuck would I try to push it for January, February?
So you the only one try to push it to make this happen?
I don't know what you did. I'm
all right then, so stop speaking like y'all.
But you speaking on me as if you know I was just trying to get a fight happen in January,
I'm just letting y'all know. I'm just letting you and everybody know. Ain't nobody move mountains for me, boy. Like that's all.
Ain't nobody said move mountains for you. That's what I'm saying, bro.
All right.
Hey man, they was going crazy, man.
Mad on his messy shit. He just threw the some fight.
Hey man, sparked all that shit. Hey, that was crazy, man. Hey, this fight right here, I'm really excited about this one in general right here with Foden and Foster, man. These boys, you know, towards the end of that whole situation right there, that boy Foden, he's like, man, I'm done. I'm done with the interviews. I'm done talking to people, man. I'm ready, man. I'm ready to fight him December 6th. I'm ready to see him December 6th. You know what I mean? He like, Foden just said, fuck, I'm done talking. Like, I'm ready to, you know what I'm saying? Like, these hands do the talking on December 6th against Foster, man. And Foster, he very confident in this fight for sure. Foster, you know, said that I had the opportunity to get out of this fight. You know what I'm saying? Which is true. He did. But they gave the new date, and Foster, he's still with it. You know what I mean? For sure, he's still trying to stay active, and definitely put in his work against Foden in this fight, man. I just love this fight in general because I think this fight is a possible fight that could probably end up being fight of the year, possibly. What you think about that, sis?
I was just thinking that like there's so many emotions for the two of them. Hopefully they don't fight emotionally, but you could tell that they genuinely don't like each other.
Absolutely. Matt, you there? Oh, he probably stepped away for a second now. But yeah, I could say definitely the emotions is definitely there for these guys for sure. Like, I mean, both of them respected for us. Both of them are counter punchers in their own right, on their own right. And it's all about who's the guy that's gonna step forward, who's gonna, carry the fight. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm real intrigued and interested in to see in this fight in particular, sis.
Yeah, I definitely am too. I have Foster. I mean, yeah, I got Oshaki in this fight. I just think that he's a little more. I don't want to say skilled, but I definitely think he's a little bit more dog. He gonna make it up. Hello?
Oh yeah, my bad. Because I'm at the supermarket, but I had to jump in on this conversation. I was just listening to the video again, just dying, dying, man. Because if you pair this video with the video of them talking shit to each other on the Gillian Wallow show, bro, these dudes is ready to fight right now. Facts. They ready to fight right now, and I'm ready for them to fight right now. Like,
facts.
But I heard sis say that she got Oshaki Foster. I would like to know why Foster in this fight over Foden.
You know what? I've been thinking that too. I just think he got a little bit more dog. He may be a little bit more technical. I don't really like Schoolboy. I think he's kind of, I don't want to say full of himself. But I think he's like, ever since that, I don't want to say the NUA thing, but he's kind of been on some type of high horse. Like, if you listen to him just in these interviews with some of them, and he taught, like for instance, the one that you just referenced, when he was, talking about I went across the world and I did this. Yeah, but you lost that fight.
Yeah, he said,
He's
"You
not
gonna walk me
very.
down? You gonna walk it down? You gonna
Yeah,
walk me down?"
he's not. No,
Let's
I don't
go.
know.
Let's go.
I think Oshaki. I think he got it. It's gonna get ugly for sure, but I think Oshaki could pull it off.
Mm, mm. Well, I think Stephen Fulton is supremely confident. I think
Hmm.
he's supremely confident for a reason. I think he's gonna put on the show of his life. I don't want to say who I think gonna win because I didn't talk to both of them, and I'm gonna see both of them, and I don't want them looking at me all funny. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it ain't gonna go the way you think it's gonna go, sis. That's all I'm gonna say.
Ooh.
We never know until
Ooh.
that day, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, listen, I'm just happy that we talk about fights that are actually happening instead of these
right.
fantasy fights that we
Yeah,
know ain't
yeah.
happening.
Facts. Facts. And at this fight, I'm 50-50 with this fight. I don't know who I'm going to pick in this fight right now. I probably won't have a prediction probably up until the fight, probably for real.
Now,
This is a
if you had to
pure
break it
50-50
down,
fight.
what you think Ford would have to do to win? Because he's the one moving up. What does he have to do to beat Sean?
He got to stay on him. He definitely got to apply a decent amount of pressure. I want to know who. I got to look at whose punch percentage. Who packs a harder punch? Maybe.
Oh, well, definitely shot because Stephen Fulton got like 8 knockouts, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He may be
Sharp
technical.
definitely got the better power.
He's more. He may be a little bit more technical, but like I said, I see Oshaki just making this a rough go. I see a knockdown in this fight. Not sure who yet, but I see a knockdown because they're emotional.
I love this fight so much. Oh my god.
Yeah, and then what you think about Jesus
What do you think
Ramos
about
Jr. and
Pitbull?
Shane?
Oh God, I don't think Shane is good at all. But um, I got Ramos in that fight.
Hey, listen, even if you don't think Shane is good, right? How do
Hmm.
we know that Ramos is gonna be anything that wants? How we
So
gonna pick that
I
one?
can hear you. You going in and out, Matt. You said what?
I said, how picking at 160? How do we know if we take a punch at 160? We don't know what Ramos is at 160.
That's true.
Mm,
Yeah,
Now, if Ramos is who he's supposed to be, he cooking them. But we just don't know. We just don't know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. What you got on Roach and Pitbull though? What you think about that?
Hey man, shout out to Lamont Roach for building himself into another star in boxing. But that shit comes to an end this episode. Pitbull, give me Pitbull.
I think so too. I don't think he's ready for Pitbull, and I think that he's maybe overlooking him. But I don't know if he's ready for the pressure that Pitbull is gonna apply. Pitbull is like non-stop on your ass. He definitely not knocking him out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know.
And here's the interesting thing about that people don't realize. Because people automatically assume if you're a black boxer that don't like have like a lot of knockouts, they automatically assume that you're like some mover and stuff like that. Lamont Roach is not really a mover like that. So
Nope.
Pitbull is gonna have a lot of opportunities to hit him. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just a matter of can Lamont take Pitbull's power and aggression? Can he
Mm-hmm.
counter him effectively? And can he do that for 12 rounds? Because Pitbull ain't gonna
There you
stop coming.
go. There, he's not. He's not. I swear to God, him and who was it that I always hear the Jason music whenever they fighting? Puello. No, Matias. It's always like they just don't stop coming. Like,
for real. I definitely think Pitbull definitely got a big chance of winning this fight. Lamont, he gonna have to face the music with Pitbull because Pitbull all gas, no brakes. I ain't seen Lamont fight this. I love this fight though in general because I love the styles between both of them. You know what I'm saying? Pitbull gonna make Lamont fight for sure.
yeah, for sure. He got to fight.
It's a
He gonna
great
be.
fight. It's a 50-50 fight, but I'm just gonna go Pitbull.
Yeah, I'm going Pitbull on that one too. I'm definitely going Pitbull on that one.
Yeah. But Lamont is a big favorite. He's a big favorite in the fight. So we'll see. Lamont is like minus 300 right now. So
That's because of that. That's because of that tank shit. But
yeah, yeah,
once it gets closer to the fight, I got a feeling it'll change.
yeah, yeah.
My boy D1 said Pitbull body shot in a knife.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, Lamont
Uh,
is a little mushy in the middle.
Hey,
That's
he been
tough.
he been part. I've been seeing Lamar in the club. You know, I've been seeing him in the club.
Look, I
The
seen him
club don't.
drinking that beer, Matt. You see him drinking that beer?
Yeah, the club don't help. The club don't help the body. The
Yeah.
club don't help the body shots.
He said D wants to after doing film study, after I started watching the last fight I watched, that was my initial thought. So that's what I'm going with.
Okay, but it's a great fight though. I can see Lamar winning. Like I hope people don't take this as I don't think Lamar is good at it. I could definitely see Lamar winning this fight because Lamar is a very skilled fighter, tough fighter. He gave Tank the fight of his life, but that's why they
It's a
fight the
different
fights.
fight. And this
Yeah,
is, and you know what? You're right. And if it goes 12, then possibly Lamont, because I don't think that Pitbull's very technical. He's just very pressure. He's actually gotten a little better his last fight or two. He's gotten a little better, not much. But he's definitely gotten a little better. So we're gonna see.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Facts. And then Janet Beck and Laura, man, that's gonna be a good one right there, man. This one I've been waiting. I've been waiting for 160 to finally unify. We finally got a unification at 160 now.
Well, a unification that we care about.
Right.
Yeah. But unpopular opinion, I think Laura punched it on him.
Mm.
Ooh.
I know
Okay.
everybody's taking Janet back. I know Janet Beck's a big favorite. I think the old man hits him with that straight left and sends him back to Kazakhstan.
Mm. Yeah, man, that's tough. Cause I think Laura, man, because as he got older, his punching power then like everybody feel like it increased. You know what I'm saying? Last fight he had, Danny Garcia, he stopped Danny Garcia last year. Bad. He
Hey,
been stopping shit his last three fights, for real. Stepping on
funniest,
his head.
fun, funniest shit that ever happened. Cornflake Lamana was doing a press conference, and he said, "Oh, well, things didn't exactly go my way against Laura. Tough fight, bro. He knocked you out in the first round. What are you talking about?
Yeah, right.
Like you're underselling him. But he punched you in your shit and knocked you out in the first round. Like I think things didn't go your way is an understatement, my brother. What are we doing here? And I think that Lara is going to surprise people with what he could do against Janet Beck. We're all assuming because Janet Beck's younger. Janet Beck is very technical, very powerful. He's bigger. We're assuming that he's going to beat Lara. But Lara has a huge reach advantage. A huge reach advantage. I
Mm.
think like 4 inches, like 4 or 5 inches. Huge reach advantage, a huge experience advantage, and and I think Lara is just as powerful as him. It's just that Lara never fought that way. But we see what happened when you try to run up on Lara.
Mm. Yeah, this is gonna be a good one right there. It's more of a 50-50 fight than me, more than a lot of people edging it to Janet back at the moment for real. I know everybody thinking Janet back gonna step on Laura. I
Yeah.
don't think it's gonna be that easy for
Well,
him,
I
honestly.
I, I think I think the question that needs to be answered is Janet Beck a dog? If Janet Beck ain't no dog, Lara is beating him up. Because the only dude that we saw run up on Lara was Jared Hurd. And Jared Hurd was a dog in his time.
Facts. Facts. Facts plus tax, man. And then you got the prelims too, man. I almost forgot about the prelims. So we got, of course, man, Frank Martin back in action with Rancis Bartholomew right here. Love this fight. A lot of people was real different with Frank Martin in this fight a little bit. Some people were thinking Rancis might be able to get Frank. I don't think so myself. But some people think Rancis gonna give Frank, run for his money in this fight.
I agree. This ain't no easy fight for Frank Martin.
Definitely.
Francis Bartholomew gave Gary Antoine trouble.
Hell no, it's not no easy fight for him. It's definitely not. But it's if he can get past, and it's a nice introduction to 140. I'm really checking for this fight too. I'm a little feel like a little disrespected they got him on the prelims, but it is what it is.
And listen, he lucky he got a fight date. All right. At this point in boxing, you better get in where you fit in because it's a lot of people struggling for dates right now.
Yeah.
Facts. And then Isaac Lucero on the card, man, with Roberto Valenzuela Jr. That's gonna be a good fight as well, too. And Luis Nunez too. This is gonna be another good one. I like this man. This whole card from top to bottom is fire. From the prelims to the main card, fire ass card, man. From PBC December 6th, man, for sure. I can't wait for this one. Can't wait for this one. And of course, I'm going to get your opinion right here. So of course, Friday they got Nicholas FLAZ fighting my dog Tiger Johnson from Ohio, man. What you think about this card right here in general from Pro Box TV right here? Pro Box TV has 3 cards in the month of November, and this is the first one kicking off this month for them.
You
Yeah. Now
put on a
Tiger,
match?
now Tiger, I would say Tiger, this is, I know some people feel like this is like a crossroads fight right here between Nicholas FLAZ and Tiger Johnson, between both of these guys at 147 right here. Of course, Tiger Johnson, he's a top ranked guy. Hasn't really got too many big opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Kind of similar to like Albert Bell in a sense. Nicholas FLAZ, he's been on a decent run over there at Pro Box TV in recent times, so makes up for a great ass fight for sure. And I definitely can't wait for this Friday coming up on Pro Box TV on YouTube, man. Free Fights Friday, man. Told you this shit getting back lit in boxing for sure, man. So this whole month of November is lit. So right here,
It
November
definitely is,
7th, right
man.
here.
It
What you
definitely
think
is.
about this fight with Tiger Johnson and Nicholas FLAZ, man?
Hey, listen, I like Tiger Johnson. Nicholas FLAZ ain't no hodo. I have no clue who's going to win this fight. It kind of feels like, and I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but it kind of feels like Top Rank was trying to get Tiger beat. All these fights, he was fighting tough fight after tough fight after tough fight after these wasn't
All
even
my
regular
life I
prospect
had to
fights.
fight.
Yeah,
All
these
my
wasn't even
life
regular
I had.
prospect fights, So very interesting. This is one of those fights where I really can't call it. I can see it going either way.
Facts. Facts. I'm definitely with this fight for sure. And then we can go ahead and get to this main shit right here with Erickson Lubin. So I got a few clips from Erickson Lubin interview from Cigar Talk. I'm gonna play right here. And this interview was very interesting, man. Salute to my dog Najee from Cigar Talk, man. For sure. This was a great interview right here with Erickson Lubin. And I'm gonna play the first clip. Let's go ahead and get it started. Let me get it together.
We here. We at like, to me, this is a very big moment in your career, right? Like you versus Virgil Ortiz. How do you prepare for this? Obviously, like physically training, but mentally as well. Like, how do you prepare for a moment like this?
I've been looking for challenges like this. Ever since I fought Ramos, I've been trying to get myself on get my hands on a belt. But with Bakram Murtazaliev, it was taking a little long for us to come to negotiations and where the fight would land and stuff like that. And then Golden Boy, they were looking for an opponent, and they called my phone, and I jumped right on it because a fight like this is important. They look at Virgil Ortiz as the #1 guy at 154 pounds. He just had 2 fights against Buhachuk and Majmov.
Yep.
And Ring Magazine got him listed at #1. So I always want the top guys.
Do you look at him like that? I know you said that Ring and they look at him. Do you look at him like, all right, outside of yourself, this guy's the best guy in the division?
I feel like he still he had more to prove. Coming into a fight against myself, I'm always confident. It's been a great training camp, and I'm just looking to show that I'm the #1 guy at 154 pounds.
Now, how do you deal with like the naysayers or just people? Because right now,
and I'm just looking to show that I'm the #1 guy at 154 pounds.
Now, how do you deal with like the naysayers or just people? Because right now, when I looked at the Vegas odds, they got you as the underdog. We see people kind of calling it out like they already making it like Virgil versus Boots is happening. That's kind of how the public and the media is making that. How does that make you feel when just like people are counting you out, whether it be Vegas or fans or whatever the case is?
It fuels me. It fuels me because I just know a lot of boxing been on some popularity shit. It's like a big popularity contest, and I see that. You know, they want that Virgil and Boots, and I watched the Boots fight against Lima, and they just putting it out there like they basically overlooking me. But I know Virgil. I know what type of fighter he is. I know he ain't overlooking me.
Yeah.
You know, I could see it in his eyes when we did the stare down the other day in Dallas, and you know, this is a fight where two fighters were highly skilled fighters, and we don't got to do too much talking. It's like the hands gonna do the talking. We gotta be up here popping shit. We gotta be naysaying and name calling, none of that. We gonna fight and give the fans what they want.
Yeah, for sure. How do you, as like implementing your game plan, like how do you stick to it? Because I've heard you say in other interviews where there's times like, you know, for the Fundora fight where you was like, damn, I could have been boxing, but I was thinking I got to fight. You know what I'm saying? How do you kind of stick to the game plan, you know, being that this is such a big fight?
I mean, just going off of my experience, like the Fundora fight, going through that experience and regrouping and coming back from that, you know, just, you know, whatever the game plan is, I just got to follow it.
Yeah.
Stick to the game plan. You know, I'm ready, man.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Now, do you take, because you mentioned his fight with Boachuk. I guess that was a fight. I actually thought Boachuk won that fight, to be honest. Close fight. You know, I wasn't mad. I wasn't saying robbery. I thought Boachuk won. But do you look at those fights like and kind of take and pull little things from it where I'm like, okay, I could do this, I could do that, or?
I mean, I take from every fight. I look at the fights with him, even the ones where he stopped guys, he made easy work of them. I looked at all the fights, and yeah, I take away a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
You know, even though their styles are different than mine, you know, I could mix it up. I know I could fight, I could bang, I could box, I could do whatever I have to do to win.
Yeah. Well, this is like.
Yeah, man. So what you think about that right there, man?
That was actually pretty interesting, especially that last part where he said he watched all his fights, even the fights where he stopped people. Because usually when I interview fighters always say they don't watch tape on the guy. I leave that up to my coaches. My coaches come up with the game plan. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do till I get in the ring with him, because you never know. Very interesting that he is going off the tape. And I gotta say, that kind of worries me. Because the tape ain't live ammunition. And sometimes a guy could throw little wrinkles in there that you weren't expecting. And if you're going based upon the tape, and that's all you're going based upon, you might have trouble adjusting. So this is my first time seeing that interview. Oh man. I took note of that.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting right there too. Cause it seemed like Lubin looked locked in for us how he described for us watching Virgil in depth and everything for sure.
Oh yeah. He sounds locked in, he looks locked in. But hey, we gotta see how. Listen, it's on Saturday. We'll see. Now, I thought that it's interesting that Najee mentioned the Bakram stuff and the way it went. It kind of seems like Lubin is telling the truth, because Bakram still don't have a fight date. So,
Man, definitely. And I got another clip pertaining to that too. So he gonna get into talking about background right here in this clip. And he talks about Xander as well in this clip too.
Yeah, he's going crazy.
And, you know,
he's going crazy on you that time. I see that.
Yeah.
What's up? What happened with that though? The Bakram fight.
I think he's a strong dude. I think he's a good fighter as well. You know, he's the IBF champion for a reason. But the fight between me and him, they just couldn't come to negotiations. They just had me playing the waiting game. And prior to me fighting in May, I picked up a IBF eliminator fight. But prior to me fighting that fight right there, I was out the ring for probably almost 2 years. I didn't want to wait, just trying to figure out a fight against Bakram.
Yeah.
You know, Virgil Ortiz and De La Hoya, them, Golden Boy, they came to me with this fight, and it was easy to make happen. So I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it.
Now I knew because when they were saying that, they was trying to say you were scared and ducking. I'm like, nah, Lubin don't duck no smoke. So I didn't believe that because I'm like, it got to be something. But explain that for the fans, because you know a lot of people like to talk about the business shit now.
Yeah.
Like when you're going through a negotiation and people say like, yo, the negotiation failed, or like, what is that? It's just you want a number and they can't get the number. Like, what is that like? Kind of look like?
It's like, you know, background. He's with Main Event, a whole nother promotion. They don't got no TV. So they're trying to land it on a different card, trying to land it on one of these PBC cards, because, you know, I'm with Pro Box and I'm with PBC. And, you know, they trying to come over to my side, and then they want the A side and all that type of shit. So it's just a whole bunch of negotiating. And with Virgil Ortiz, they just made one phone call and was like,
it was easy.
Want to fight? We got the numbers, we got this, we got that. Let's make it happen.
Was you cool with the numbers off rip, or you was like, nah, nigga, come with that bag? It was good off rip. They gave you the offer was good. Like, all right. Okay, big money. All right, so let's go through next person. Big money. All right, so let's go through next person in the division. The young boy just got his title, Xander Zayas. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Puerto Rico.
Protective custody.
Oh, that's what you call protective custody? You don't think he's stepping out? He beat the guy that beat what's his name?
Charles Conwell?
Charles Conwell, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, young fighter, very marketable. You know, got good boxing skill. And we're going to see what he do in this division. You know, I want to see some of these dudes just not, you know, come up to this division, fight a halfway decent dude and then call themselves the best in the division. You know, you gotta fight these dudes. You gotta fight the best. You know, there's guys that's been here, like myself. There's like,
Yeah, that was crazy right there. What you think about that, sis? Right there with Lubin.
I'm gonna step on Lubin big toe because we're not gonna keep slandering Xander like this. I don't appreciate that whatsoever.
He talking about your
I,
dog. He talking about your
now,
dog.
I definitely can appreciate and respect what he's saying. And because I posed this question on my panel before: are we going to protect Xander because he is young, or is it time for him to really step it up because he's a champion? So that's definitely an interesting take. I don't have any gripe with it other than don't be coming for the youngin. But yeah, I can respect it. I respect it. I get where he's coming from, and he's 100% right. I'm glad that he addressed the Bachram thing because I was saying to myself, because I didn't watch that whole interview. I told you I skimmed through it. But I'm gonna go back and finish watching it. But I myself was like, why the hell you talking about a champion? You could have fought Bachram, but I see now what he's saying that Bachram was playing games and taking too long. So hey, I'm on with the next. But if I'm not mistaken, we'll see. And you're right, Matt. He doesn't have a fight just yet, so that does have some truth to it. So absolutely, I'm just a little salty about the Xander situation, but I respect it. I respect it.
Hey, he said they said they got him in protection order over there
I
with
heard him.
Xander.
I heard him. I
He
heard
said
him.
that out the gate.
I
Out
heard
the
he
gate. I
said
was
that.
like, damn. Yeah, I found the
Yeah, we're not
background
doing
shit
that.
definitely interesting too, because I was thinking about that situation too when it came up with Bakram and his situation where
Mm-hmm.
it was pretty much dead end. Bakram not high risk, low reward. Nobody really wanted to put him on the card and stuff because they don't think he has no value and bring no money to the situation and everything. And Lubin gets this call from Golden Boy. He like, hey, shit, I'm jumping over here, and I, still fighting in a little title situation with the Aeron title with Virgil. But the crazy part though, what messed me up is in this next clip when he talks about boots. It's interesting with the belt talk that he's talking about. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Where it get
Mm-hmm.
a little dicey right there. But I'm all
Mm-hmm.
with him, like, far as him not trying to wait for the situation, because he was the mandatory for the IBF for Baccarat.
Yes, he
He
was.
was
Yes,
the
he was.
mandatory. And he ended up taking the situation with Noble Virgin. This is where we're here now, December 8th. I mean November 8th, coming up this Saturday, man, with Virgil Ortiz and Erison Lubin coming up. And let me play this last clip from the interview that I got right here, which I was just speaking about right here. He talks about boots in this clip, and the belt talk that he talks is a little interesting pertaining to this
Hmm.
right here.
Who? Be murder?
Nah, not be murdered. Oh, he's one of them. Boots. Jerron
But
Boots in this. They saying niggas is
who
scared
said
of
that?
Boots. A lot of people, the media, the fans, they like 54 scared of Boots.
Okay.
That's what niggas is saying right now.
Hey, that's what they saying. That's what they saying. That's
Do
not
you-
what I'm saying. That's not what a lot of fighters are saying. But he came up to the division. He smoked that dude in one round. I give him props for that. But who's that dude? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I didn't know him.
Nobody really knew that dude. And I feel like you're gonna come up here popping that shit. You gotta fight somebody. You gotta fight one of the best dudes. And if you would have did that to somebody like a Charlo, like a Fundora, myself or somebody, like, then you could pop that shit. But you can't come up here fight Lima and then get to talking all crazy.
Do you feel like the hype is warranted? Because it's not just him. Like, I feel like now he's kind of come out his shell and talking a little bit now because he hasn't historically been a talker. But there's just a lot of hype around his name from fans, from media, from everybody.
He's a great fighter. He's a tremendous fighter. He has great skill. I ain't taking nothing away from Boots. He's a great fighter. I just feel like he got to fight somebody. The same way I feel the same way about Xander. I feel the same way about a lot of these fighters. Not everybody, they're not taking that route I've took.
Yeah, that's true. Do you feel like is that a fight that you want now? Even though I know you said you're interested in belts. Boots don't got a belt, but it's like he got a name right now. Would you be interested in a fight with Boots?
I want them belts.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm ducking any smoke with Boots, but if he pick up a belt, we can make it happen. If they offer a big enough bag, then we can make it happen. But just to fight him on some voluntary shit, nah.
But do you think he's the guy that they saying? Like he's the one?
He can fight, man. Well, I ain't his promoter. Ask Eddie
I've
Hearn.
been saying,
Eddie Hearn gonna tell you
I want
that.
to know how fighters feel because I know how we feel as media, right? Like I talk to all the media guys, and it looks like the goods. Like you said, we got to see him fight somebody, and I see the fans. So I just wonder how do the fighters also feel like that, or the fighters just
I think he's a good fighter. That's all I'll say. I think he's a good fighter.
No, he didn't hit us with the he a good little fighter. Let me tell you something. He he want them belts, but I mean, shit. Virgil ain't really got no belt. You know what I'm saying? I get what he's saying about the Bachram situation, but you can't really just shit on Boots like that because you pretty much in the same situation. You ain't really got nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. It was a little sprinkle of hate on there, though. I just want to notate that.
Mm.
That was quality hate, though.
Quality
That was
hate, yes, yes, but hate still.
Yeah, man. What you think about?
I
What you
respect
think
Lubin
about
a
those
lot.
two clips from Lubin right there? He talk about the background situation, and then him right there with the slander, the Xander and Boots right there doing shots.
hey, listen. As young as he is, because people don't realize Erickson Lubin is still very young.
How
He's
old is he?
one of the old. He's still in his like mid-20s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, but he's still an OG in 154. So he got the right to talk however he want to talk to anybody. He shared the ring with Fundora. He shared the ring with Jesus Ramos. He shared the ring with Jamal Charlo. So he could talk however the hell he want to talk. So I ain't mad at that. Now, he got to fight people, though. He got to continue to fight people because you can't run off at the mouth if you're
Hmm.
not fighting people. And he's fighting Virgil Ortiz. All right? That's so to me, Erickson Lubin could talk about the people Boots fight because Erickson Lubin has fought better competition. Now, I did see that some people took what he said about the bag. Oh, I'm going to do this. I need this type of money to fight him. I'm not mad at that. Get your bag. You've been in the game a long time. This shit ain't forever. Get your money,
Yeah,
bro.
it's a dangerous fight. Regardless of what he says, he knows it's a dangerous fight too. So niggas want to be compensated. I want to get your take on something though after you're done, because that
I'm
brings
back.
me to
I'm back.
another point. What do you think about some of these guys? Because I do remember, I know that, Boots just fought a Lima, but that wasn't his first choice, if I'm not mistaken. There were some guys who turned it down and then came back and said they wanted more money. What do you think about now? It's like this thing where the B side or the side that's not as, I guess, household name holding the A side, what it seems to be hostage with the exorbitant amounts of money that they're asking for to fight some of these guys. My stance is y'all are all fighters. You should want to fight regardless. I mean, I get it. If it's a dangerous fight, you want to be compensated. But sometimes I feel like they're pricing themselves out on purpose.
I don't think no fighter pricing themselves out in this environment. We see the bag Turkey and them dropping. A lot of these promoters are subsidized by Turkey, so you got the fucking money. You just being cheap. Top Rank had a $90 million deal with ESPN. Did you feel like you got $90 million worth of fights every year? No, because they're being cheap. Eddie Hearn getting 125 million per year allegedly that he said he was getting from the zone. Do you feel like you're getting 125 million per year? No, because you still got to pay for pay-per-view. You gotta worry about shit fights. So these fighters need to get whatever it is that they can. Now, the thing with Jerron Boots Ennis, he is enough of a name where fighters should expect some real money to fight him. Nobody's fighting for peanuts. You can't be offering people $400,000, Eddie Hearn, because that's what he was offering.
Yeah, Eddie is definitely
So,
cheap.
so,
I would
so some
definitely
of them
agree
he was
with that.
offering 250,000.
But if they're not a big enough name, don't you think the risk is worth the reward? Like especially if you come off a card making less than that or substantially less than that, isn't that a step up regardless?
But if I fight somebody who's supposed to be a moneymaker, who's supposed to be a big name, I'm expecting real money. I'm not expecting no 250,000. I'm not expecting 500,000. I'm expecting them to give me a million. Give
Even
me a
if you've
million.
only
Let's make
made
it
maybe
happen.
$500 in your last fight, that's what you're
It don't
expecting.
it don't it don't matter because maybe the last guy I fought wasn't no moneymaker. Boots Ennis, you supposed to be a
Mm,
moneymaker, right? You selling out in Philly, this supposed to be some big event for you, right? So pay the money. The problem is a lot of these promoters do not want to invest in the opponent. They think
yeah.
paying their fighter big money is just the end of it. No, you also have to invest in the opponent. Because like I said, these fighters could go get fights elsewhere. And look where Lubin at. Lubin, he
Mm.
fighting Ortiz now. He getting the back for Ortiz. Now, some of the guys that turned Boots down, some of it wasn't monetary, like Bohachuk. He turned Boots down because he's going to be fighting with TKO. And TKO wasn't going to put their guy in a hard fight because they didn't want him to get beat. He ended up getting beat anyway. You
Mm.
know,
Hmm.
they lowballed my man Rashidi Ellis. I thought Rashidi should have took the fight, regardless.
That's
Whatever.
what I was speaking to, the Rashidi Ellis situation, because obviously we know he's about to fight or he just had a fight or something like that. But he's making substantially less than he would have made to take the fight with Boots.
Yeah, but he's still biding his time for a bigger fight. But like I said, I thought he should have took the Boots fight.
Yeah, yeah,
I
I
thought he
did
should have
too.
took the Boots fight. But my issue is the initial low ball offers. Because
Oh yeah,
at
you get
that
no
point,
argument with me there. Eddie needs to step it up. But
yeah,
just
because
some of these
when you
guys, I feel
lowball a
like
fighter though,
still.
it makes me feel like you don't really want to fight.
Yeah.
Because you know you're
Mm.
not gonna take it for that amount of money.
That's exactly how a lot of people was looking at it on Boots and Eddie's end too at that time. Some people was like, "Oh, they
Eddie
lowballing
was
the
being, yeah.
fighters because they don't want to fight." Like it was crazy around that time because there was just so much. Like they threw all these names out there and then boom, Lima pop up.
That's because Lena accepted the fight. Like I said, you'll get no argument with me about Eddie being a damn cheapskate. It's just some of these other guys too. I look at like if you're not making that much money or you're not accustomed to making that much money, so why not take the opportunity? Because sometimes with the opportunity comes a bigger bag. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's a
Right.
dangerous fight, but the opportunity could be greater in the long run if you're successful. And some of these guys, even if you're not, if you put on a good performance, you can then start to demand a bigger bag. I don't think right out the gate you should be jumping out the window.
I think it depends on where you're
The
at in your
situation.
career. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it depends on where you're at in your career and if you're confident that your team can get you more money.
Yeah, but they crapped out with that one.
Yeah, someone like Rashidi Ellis should have took the fight. I 100% agree with that.
Definitely. Then he ended up fighting Javier Fortuna last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got the knockout. He got the
Got the
knockout.
knockout. Got it. Hey, look good. Look sharp. Definitely look sharp for sure. For sure. And that whole situation, he was talking about the the boots. He's like, Boots need to get a belt and everything right there. Then a lot of people, I seen people give him flack about that because they was like, well, you fighting Virgil because you fighting Virgil. And Virgil only got an interim title and everything right there. Was just, I mean, they in position for Fundora right there.
Yeah, and let's not forget who Erickson Lubin's affiliated with. Like he'll get some fights. Let's all relax.
Absolutely. Absolutely, definitely, big time. Especially with Pro Box, and he got PC too. So that he's always been in the mix. Always been in the mix at 154 for a long time. Even after the loss with Charlo, he always been in the mix for sure at
Yeah,
154.
Lubin is definitely good. And that's what I mean by that. Like, even if a good performance, you know what I'm saying, you still could be in the mix, like I said. Or, you know what I'm saying, a name to be trifled with at that. And I thought he did pretty good, even though he got, his ass. I thought he did okay against Fundora. That was like one of the few times I seen Fundora go down.
And that was one of my favorite fights from both of them guys for real.
Yeah, Lubin brung it. He brung it in that fight.
I had I forgot I had these daggone fights from earlier. Let me show this clip from. Where is it at? This right here. This is from Lubin right here. And that was young Lubin right there. Stopping Jorge Cota in that fight right there, man. I remember that like yesterday for sure. What you think about that one right there, Matt?
Hey man, only a few days away.
Only a
Yeah.
few days away. I don't remember if you said who you got in that fight, Matt. You taking Ortiz?
I think the smart money's on Ortiz, but Lubin 100% got a chance. It's just a matter of can Lubin walk through the fire that we know Virgil's gonna bring. Lubin has
Mm-hmm.
been in a lot of wars, man. That wear and tear
Mm-hmm.
is real.
Mm-hmm.
Now we've seen Virgil go down. We've seen Virgil get cracked. I think there's going to be a war of attrition. We're going to see who can hold up better over 12 rounds.
Yeah, I said that. I said I got Ortiz ultimately winning, but Lubin is gonna make it ugly, and he's definitely gonna make him work for it. So for sure, he's definitely gonna make him work for it.
That boy, no evidence said he ain't that no more. He said, well, no evidence said he a live dog, but that pressure is something serious from Virgil.
Yeah, Virgil, I got Virgil winning, but I still see Lubin making it ugly. He ain't walking through him. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, I definitely Virgil. Like, as a matter of fact, it's from this clip right here. This is from him and Bullchuck right
With
here.
a right hand of his own. Nice left hook, and Ortiz says no. Final 10 seconds. Whoa. Of a brutal and fascinating boxing. And Bochuk feeling that right hand. Wow. Right hand from Bochuk. Another good right hand from him. But back to Ortiz. And that left hook might have Bochuk.
Oh, he's hurt.
Bochuk on wobbly legs. Virgil Ortiz fighting through the fire all night long.
Man, you gotta love the heart of Bochuk. He's been hurt several times in this fight, and he stays on his feet and he fights back.
A spectacular fight between Bochuk and Ortiz. And as Ortiz has Bochuk off balance once more.
Bochuk's hurt bad. He's wobbling. He's wobbling around the ring. Can Virgil finish him? That's what you see in great fighters.
Look at that right hand from Bochuk.
Oh, 2 right hands by Bochuk. 3 right hands by Bochuk.
Ortiz and Bolichuk are just built different.
Man, definitely. That was a dog fight in that fight, man. A lot of people felt like they should have ran that fight back, man. They was about to run the shit back, but I guess Virgil he went another route after a while.
Yeah, I thought they should have ran that shit back too. Definitely a firefight though.
Yeah, this one right here, man. But Virgil, who my boy said, my brother, no evidence. He said he done and ate bucket. Virgil, man. See, Virgil, I think Virgil, he I thought he fought a little bit more, you know, technical a little bit in these last couple of fights. Especially with the ball chuck fight a little bit, and especially with Madrimov it too. But he still definitely showed his glimpses of him in the pocket, banging and everything. So his footwork ain't crazy to me. Lubin, I'm real curious to see what style is he gonna fight in this fight with Virgil? Is he gonna fight on the inside heavy? Is he gonna be mid range? Is he gonna be on the outside more so? You know what I'm saying? Because if Lubin, we done seen this guy, he light fight on the inside. He fought crazy on the inside with Fundora, which is I was just watching that fight back the other day. I was like, why the hell did Lubin fight so much on the inside versus Fundora? Like that shit was crazy. Like it was insane to watch that man do that for real. But he took a beating, but he was delivering a beating to Fundora. Like that was a classic fight between them two for sure. But it just real made me realize and just think about this fight. Like this man Lubin, Virgil's not gonna come out this bitch unscathed in this fight with Lubin. It's gonna be an all-out fucking brawl. A lot of people's calling this fight of the year possibly too right now. So it's gonna be real intriguing in this fight for sure, sis, for sure. And you got
Yeah,
the
that's what
rest
I
of the
said.
yeah, go ahead, go ahead. What you
No, I was gonna say that's what I said. Virgil ultimately I see him pulling it off, but he damn sure ain't walking through Lubin. He gonna have to dig deep. He gonna have to dig deep. Lubin gonna press him.
facts? And then the rest of the card, of course, you got Amari Jones on the court, man. My dog Joshua Edwards, man. I'm definitely a big fan of Joshua Edwards, the heavyweight, man, for sure. And there's Fogel, man. There's Fogel. Back in action with David Stevens, that's gonna be a good fight. The co-main for sure. And Saudi, of course, Kid Austin, he's supposed to fight JoJo Diaz. They was supposed to be the co-main on this card.
Child,
Of
don't
course,
get me
obviously
started
Kid
on that.
Austin, he's out with his sprained wrist, aka mosquito bites. aka mosquito bites. Talk about his sprained wrist though, but it's nasty work though. But overall, like I like this card though. I like this card. I mean, Virgil Harrison. A lot of people kind of give the edge to Virgil for us. If they give a percentage wise, a lot of people like 60-40 Virgil more so. You know what I'm saying? Me, I look at it as like 55-45 in my opinion, honestly. You know what I'm saying? I think Harrison Lubin got the talent to definitely pull through in this fight. And then
Hmm.
Gary Foden and David Stevens fight is more so like a 60-40 situation. And, Amari Jones definitely showcase fight for him and
Yeah,
as well for Joshua Evans, another showcase fight for him as well. So, overall though, it's definitely, a decent card for us for Saturday for sure. Man, I definitely was interested to see Kid Austin fight though, but they did that goofy shit. They did that goofy shit again.
again.
Yeah, so yeah, but I'm fucking with the card though. I'm definitely fucking with it. Definitely fucking with it. Who on the bill? My brother said, let me check it. No evidence said Lubin coming to win too. Facts, facts. He definitely is, brother.
He
Definitely.
definitely coming away.
No evidence said it looks like a car full of creative players. Man, you already know, Golden Boy, man. They definitely, you know what I'm saying? They ain't been put like this is probably one of the decent undercards I say from Golden Boy. Like Golden Boy usually when they put on their own events, they don't really have crazy undercards ever for real, honestly. Salute to my brother Flatbush, man. Salute, brother. Yeah, man. I'm up here like it's crazy. So hold on. Hold on, let me speak of this though. Speaking of Schofield, he'll say we can end it out with this one. This video clip was crazy right here from the Schofields right here. Let me play this real quick.
Shakur's time is running out little by little. Can you elaborate on that? Why do you feel like his time is coming up?
We make our money with these. Now, I understand fracturing and all this, but multiple breaks. Your time is ticking. How many fights, how many sparring you could do to stay at A level if your hands is, y'all know what I'm saying. Come on now, you're making money this way.
Yeah, I was gonna say like sprains and stuff like that, but like breaks. That's
Right, how many times you could break your hand and think you're gonna have another 10 years?
well,
That's
Alder broke his
impossible.
hands, but he got lucky though, probably.
And then after a while, when he couldn't throw with that power like he needed to, what happened to his ass? He started getting slid all over the ring. So you don't want that to happen to you. So as a smart man, he need to have big fights and cash out, make his money, recoup everybody that had to make money off of him, and sell off to the sunset. His model or something, getting commercials. You're still handsome.
How much time do you think he does have left?
No more than 5. No more
That's
than
reasonable.
5 years. And that's being honest.
But he'd be like
fair.
34 by then anyway.
Right. And probably before then he should go. It depends on the fights he get. Like if he could get a Teofimo, if he could lock down a Ryan, if he could lock down a Haney, if he could lock down 3 good fights, making him up to $20-30 million, he sell off good. It's about money. And people got to understand that it's about money. Boxing.
Yeah, what you think about that clip right there, sis, man, right there? Them boys said that boy got about 5 more years right there. Talk about Shakur and saying that his hands ain't gonna hold up out here.
It's on me or it's on brunch?
Now you go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
First of all, the sheer audacity of them is like hilarious. I want to start off by saying that first and foremost. The audacity of them who just pulled out with a hand injury talking about Shakur Stevenson is almost laughable to me. Um, Even with that being said, no lies detected. It's just the audacity of them to say anything about anybody's hands or anything having to do about fighting when y'all are pulling out of 2 fights back to back. So not back to back, but it's just audacity. I find it laughable. I find it laughable, the two of them together. I can't even take them seriously.
Facts, facts. Matt, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah, what you think about that right there, brother?
I can't really talk about the Schofields. We have a familial relation, so I'm not going to talk about the Schofields. Um, what I will say though is I think Shakur has as much time as he wants in this game because he is a master boxer. He's a master of distance. He's a master operator in the ring. So I don't agree with that. I'll just leave it at that. I think uh nephew should focus on his career and not other people's career.
Facts. I definitely agree with you 100% with that for sure. And yeah, that's why I was like they focus and talk about they still want to fight Shakur and everything. I'm like, bro, y'all, it's hard for Shakur to even think about coming to the table with y'all after everything y'all done said about this man. Y'all man done said this man was attempted murder on y'all pretty much. Like it's crazy shit, man.
Well,
It's
even
crazy.
so, I think Shakur is, or at least should be, past that fight. He's fighting Teofimo next. We only want to see big fights from Shakur. So I think fighting someone who just last year was a prospect would be kind of backsliding. To me, we want to see we want to see the Tiafimos. We want to see Shakur versus Tank. We want to see Shakur versus Gary Antoine. We want to see Shakur against the champions. Basically, we don't want to. If he's to fight uh Kid Austin needs to get a belt before he bark up that tree. We don't want to see nothing else besides big fights.
Facts. Yeah, sorry. You think this fight right now? They saying that it's deemed imminent for January right there, which is no, pretty much. I mean, they've been finalizing the contract for this fight for a long time and stuff. So, what you think
Hey,
about it?
they've been finalizing this fight longer than you've been trying to get me on this show.
Man,
Like,
hey,
hey,
dead ass,
like
dead ass.
Thanks,
every week
thanks.
there's a new story. Announcement coming soon. Announcement coming soon.
I said the same thing, man. Like they don't say coming soon 2 weeks ago. They said finalize
Word,
the damn thing in 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago.
word. Like
So I
just
don't know
just
what
let
they
let,
got
let me know
going
when
on.
it's done. Let me know
Okay.
where it's gonna be at. Let me know where I could buy a
Hello.
ticket. Like
Hello.
let's just get to that right now. Enough with the talk. Enough with the back and forth of social media. Enough with the media
Hmm.
reports. We're ready to
Hmm.
get the fight signed, sealed, and delivered so we can get excited about
Talk
it.
about it. Don't tell me nothing else about it's being
Yeah. Hey,
finalized.
hey,
Just tell me when
remember
it's
they tried to
finalized.
say that PBC was gonna do this fight, even though PBC
Yeah,
don't
Yeah,
got a
that's
TV
what
guy?
I'm about to ask you.
that
What
made no
I'm about
sense.
to
That
ask you.
made no
Where
sense.
you think this still this ain't landed on PBC to me
Bro, that
now?
shit was fake news in the first
I'm about
place.
to that made no sense.
Right. Like it didn't make no sense at all to me. I'm like PVC, then Turkey funding them. Like that didn't make
Had
no
nothing to
sense
do
to
with
me at
PBC.
all.
Neither one of those fighters had anything to do with PBC. I knew that was cap.
Yeah, because I spoke to a couple people from PBC. They were like, we don't know what the fuck they talking about.
Even with Tio with that hat on, I'm like, this nigga trolling like a mug. Like, get out of here.
Well, I will say I don't think he's trolling with that hat. So PBC would love to get Teofimo Lopez in the mix. They would love to get their hands on Teofimo Lopez. But
Really? Even with all of his
Mm.
like wild
yeah,
backing out of
yeah,
fights and
yeah, yeah. They
oh.
think that they can build T.O. into a superstar.
You
Mm.
know what? With the right training, it's possible because Tio is very talented. I think if he gets away from his father, like he did the Loma fight, didn't he have a different trainer for the Loma
No, he
fight?
had his father. I think his
Oh, he
father
did.
does very well actually. I don't think Teofimo is being held back because of in the ring. I think he's being held back because he's a fucking head case.
Hmm.
Mm.
That's true. That's true. That's true. I thought somebody else was in his corner for the Loma fight. He looked spectacular in that fight. Every other fight, Tio's very hit or miss. To me.
Yeah, and to me, someone that's hit or miss, that's a mental thing. That's a mentality thing.
True.
Maybe it is time to get away from his father, not because his father's not teaching him how to fight correctly, but maybe the mentality to push is not there from his father.
Hmm. Yeah. He looks like he'd rather be Tio's friend.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think, but T.O. I was listening. It's real interesting to see him because he's definitely he's with Keith Conley and everything. And he said, I remember listening to him on his interview with Brian Custer where he said he got two more fights under top rank for us, still paying them out and everything. But after that, he'll be a go. He'll be a go after that.
Listen. I'm gonna give you a piece of advice. Don't ever, don't ever listen to what Teofimo Lopez says, because he
Facts.
don't know. Because he don't
He
know.
don't know. He really don't. Because I done heard him say two on this interview. Then he said one on another interview. I'm like,
Last year he
Tio,
said he
just
was a
Well,
stop
free agent.
talking.
Remember?
Just
sometimes,
stop talking.
but
Remember he was
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
sue Top Rank,
I remember that he did sue Top Rank. Well, he was
and he
trying
said,
to anyway. They
and
kind
he
of
said
worked
he
it
a
out or
free
some shit.
agent.
Hmm.
Come on, man.
Tio is crazy.
He just talking because it's
Crazy.
free.
I just think like the racist rhetoric gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. if he thinks that's helping his career, helping him get big fights, but then you're offered fights and then you turn them down. So it's like I just be trying to figure out what's up with T.O. You're right, he is a mental case. But I just be really trying to figure out like, yo, what's good with this dude? Like, you want to box or you don't, bruh.
Thanks, Matt. Let me ask you about like PVC first. Like, how you think PVC is like business wise is doing going into this next year?
Um, I think you're gonna start to see PBC hit their stride in 2026. From what I've heard, they have shows planned out right now up until like the summer of 2026.
Mm,
So hopefully they can stick to it. My issue with PBC is that it seems like if one thing goes wrong with a card, like a fighter, they scrap the whole card. We can't
Yeah.
continue to have that. So at some point, you just gotta run your guys out there. Now I know they're in the business of making money. I understand they're in the business of making money, but you have the best product. Like I don't care what nobody say. PBC puts on the best events. Like you could love it or you could hate it, but they're the best thing going in boxing. They put the best events on. The issue is the quantity of
Yeah.
events is not enough.
Hmm.
So I hope for 2026 that they put on more events. But what we do know is that the events that they do put on are going to be stat cards. So let's continue
Yeah.
that trend too.
And
right.
Matt, you know what? I agree with you. I just want to say, too, like what, so I agree with the, if something goes wrong with one card, they kind of scrap the whole thing. That's been like really ticking me off lately about them. And I'm glad, there sounds like they're about to settle in fully to the Amazon structure or, way they do things over there. But what do you think? Because people say a lot of PBC fighters just sit on the shelf, which is somewhat true, although they do stick them on other cards. But do you think that's just like with the shelving of fights? Do you think that's more or less because their superstars aren't like ready, or what do you think the reason for that is? Like, because that outside of that, their business model is pretty solid, I think.
I feel like PBC doesn't want to do an event unless they're pretty sure they're going to make money off of it. So
That's the only way to do business, yeah.
yeah. Well, sometimes you gotta take an L just to get your guys out there and maybe build them.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta invest. I think like Fedora versus Thurman, right? Great fight, love the fight, but do you hear how excited we all are about Foster versus Fulton? So
Yeah.
you telling me Foster versus Fulton couldn't just got moved to the main event? And maybe you could put it on
Yeah.
free Amazon Prime. But I do understand that they want to make money. So I'm not going to fault them for that. But there's got to be better contingency planning because this is boxing. Anything can happen. Guys get injured. Guys can pull out of fights. I mean, we just saw Tank Davis get pulled from a fight. Tank Davis was supposed to fight in June. That didn't happen. Then he was
Yeah.
supposed to fight in August. That didn't happen. Then he was supposed to fight in November. That didn't happen. Tank Davis, who's supposed to be one of the big stars in boxing, he's only going to have one fight for 2025. And obviously that's not PBC's fault, but it just goes to show how volatile boxing can be. So you just have to be able to, no pun intended, roll with the punches and just
Adapt.
put these events on, get these guys out there.
Yeah, I
Facts.
agree.
Facts. And even with Top Rank, Top Rank, I see them now. They got several fights where they got top rank classes where they're doing a lot of stuff through Roku and Vizio and Pluto and Tubi and everything. A lot of people was giving flack to top rank. You know what I'm saying? I seen it on Twitter and stuff. Talking about they fighting on Tubi. I'm like, man, I'm sitting back watching top rank on Tubi, the top rank classics. And I've been I'm liking what they doing over there. And the stream for Michaela Mirror last week was it was cool. I like it. I like and it's free. So what y'all complaining about? Like I don't
Bro, a,
understand
a
what
lot
people
a lot of
complaining
people are
about.
stupid. A lot of people are stupid. There's literally nothing to complain about. If you're gonna clown Top Rank for distributing their fights on their own channel that's available on Tubi, Vizio, Roku, and stuff like that, then why aren't you clowning every fighter that fights on the zone? Tubi has 100 million users. Go fact check that. As of June
Fact.
2025, Tubi has 100 million users. The Zone doesn't even have 1 million users in the US. So who?
If the
So
zone
who?
charged me one more time, 19.99, I swear to God, I'd be suing the hell out of them. Double charging me, don't give me my money back. I'm so sick of them.
So I will never clown Top Rank for giving us free boxing. So now we're gonna get the Espinosa fight for free. We're also gonna be able to see Tenshin Nasukawa against Takuma Inoue for free. And
Mm.
I am hoping and praying. I'm knocking on wood. I hope we get that Inoue fight for free.
Yep. That's December 27th. Yep.
Yep.
And that card is fire too. That whole card is fire.
Yeah, it's an interesting card. Very interesting card. You got Rai Salim on the card, and then you also have Carlos Quadras going up against Suboy, who's supposed to be some Japanese super prospect. So some interesting fights on the card. I can't wait for it, man. I can't wait.
Yeah, man. I'm definitely excited. I like what Top Rank doing. Now, do you think Top Rank they're still looking for other networks still too in general too, just to try to work with?
I do. I do. I know there are those who think that they don't have a deal yet. Maybe. But if they do have a deal, we know it's probably not going to start until sometime in the first quarter of 2026. So would we rather Top Rank get their guys fights on different cards with different promoters, or would we rather them sit for 6 months like the PBC guys did when they made the move from Showtime to Amazon? I would
You're
rather
right.
them be available to fight somewhere, and I'd rather we be able to watch them. So to me, Top Rank gets nothing but praise from me for keeping their fighters active and giving fans a way to watch their fighters, and it's free.
And if
Absolutely.
y'all remember, Bob Arum said that. He said he was going to be working with a bunch of different streaming platforms to spread it out. He said that.
Definitely. I mean,
So maybe
he
this is just
definitely
the
said
first
that.
stop, you know?
Now, what you think about them as far as the Amazon Prime?
Who, Top Rank?
Hmm.
That's not happening.
Yeah.
They have an exclusive deal with PBC. That's not happening.
hmm Just the same way with Netflix and Jake Paul.
Yeah, PBC couldn't even be the lead promoter of the Jake Paul Tank fight because they
Yep.
have a exclusive deal with Amazon. That works both
hmm
ways.
Yep. And Jake Paul is pretty much Netflix, so.
Definitely. And daggone, as far as what you think about as far as like I just seen the zone, so the zone they're gonna be they're with Amazon Prime a little bit too, having their fights gonna be on through Amazon Prime and stuff too, through the
Well, they're,
pay-per-views.
they're available in the Amazon Prime store. That's what it is, basically.
Yeah.
It's nothing special. The way they tried to announce it, they was just trying to latch their name on to Amazon. And,
They're
and
gassing. They're
you,
not
you,
gassing.
yeah, you still gotta pay for the fucking app, and you still gotta pay for the app and then pay for the pay-per-view. So
Double
please.
dipping.
Yeah, it's still
There
the
they
same
go.
shit. It's still the same shit.
And then even with Eddie Hearn. I see Queensberry. I definitely got to say that I do appreciate what Queensberry been doing. They've been definitely been like real active this year, like real active since they became on the zone and everything. Even though some of the cars ain't like from top to bottom ain't been crazy, I can say per se for me in particular, but they definitely been more active since they done been on with the zone. Especially got that Turkey backing as well, but with them and everything. And then, Eddie Hearn, of course, Matchroom, Turkey then bought more stake in the Matchroom and stuff. How you feel about that?
Uh, it's something to monitor. Are they gonna end up selling off the business? We'll see. I don't know. I
That's
don't know
what
how to
it
feel about
sounds
that
like.
yet. It's just something to
That's what it
monitor.
sounds like.
It's one of those things where you remember when Brian Windhorst put up his two fingers. I wonder what the Utah Jazz are. Blah 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 blah. Then you see this big trade come. Let's just monitor the situation.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely something to pay attention because I was like, that was definitely different, right? Like, because everybody was thinking Turkey was going to like stop messing with some of those promoters on that side and focus straight on TKO and Zuffa.
We'll see.
Yeah, that definitely was crazy right there. I was like, man, this Turkey, he that came in this game and been reckless,
Well,
and a
I said
lot
it
of shit
before.
has
He's doing it
backfired.
because a lot of the promoters they weren't doing their jobs to begin with, so it was easy for him to kind of come in. And then they saw him giving their fighters exuberant amount of money. They didn't have to do their own damn job, so they kind of brought it on themselves. You know what I mean? But we'll see how it all plays out. I'm interested to see how this league really picks up and takes off, especially with the pay scale that they're offering. We know, obviously who they're going to get, the youngins. But like Brunch said, I want to see how it moves forward, how it develops, how they, you know what I mean? They'll probably have one face to get all the other people over there, but how do they maneuver that going forward? Because I think they have what 400 fighters now or something like that.
I don't know. I don't know. I lost count.
Yeah, I think I read it was like 400 fighters now.
Hey, all these fighters
Something close to
put on some great cards from top to bottom.
Yeah, this
Most
part on the
definitely.
22nd is definitely fire.
Banger,
My God, from top to bottom.
banger.
Yes, for sure.
And how you feel about with Turkey? They limited like certain media with certain events that they have and everything. Because I know they definitely then eliminated boxing scene since
I
the
don't
the
want no
Crawford and
beef.
Masvidal fight.
I don't want no beef.
That's why you
I
leave it
don't want no
alone. Yeah.
beef. I don't want no beef. Listen, what I will say is this though: there should never be a time where media feels like they can't report the honest truth,
Right.
and when they can't give their honest opinion on
Honest
something
opinion.
for
Yep.
fear of
Yep.
reprisal.
Yep.
That's the
I
absolute
agree.
truth. Yeah, because I definitely think that was definitely a little side situation. I know boxing scene, they definitely
Oh, they
reported and
salty.
show love and everything. They
Oh, they
show
salty
love
too.
to this word. And I think they, of course, Turkey got Ring Magazine and stuff, of course, and everything, but they shouldn't limit, the other media, access to us, reporting and covering, their events. You know what I mean? Like they
Hey,
definitely
listen,
they're part of the
let me
sport.
tell you something. And I've spoken to people with boxing scene, and for
Mm.
the life of me, I cannot understand why they still cover these events.
They definitely
Because if
still
it's
do.
me, if it's me, you won't get a word out of me. I won't type a word. I won't speak
Word.
a word about any
Word.
of your events. Because let's be honest, by us covering these events, my media covering events, that's free promo for your event. That's free
Mm-hmm.
Right.
promo for your event. Okay. So for me, I made a decision last year where I said any promoter that makes it difficult for me to cover your event, I'm just not going to talk about your event. I don't give a shit. Like, why would I waste my time? You don't pay me to
Right.
cover your event. So I'm not going to use my platform, my voice, my words to talk about your event when you make it difficult. You
Mm.
make it difficult. And let's be honest, Riyadh season has made it difficult to
For a
cover
lot of.
their events. There's no reason why a writer like Jake Donovan, who is one of the most respected writers in all of boxing, there's no reason why he should be banned from your events just because he had the balls to tell Turkey Al-Sheikh, yo, fuck you, bro. What is you talking about? You're not gonna come at me and expect me to genuflect. Sometimes the
Facts.
man gotta tell you about yourself. Like you're not big boying me. So what? Now Jake Donovan can't be in no Riyadh season events. Every time Jake Donovan applied a cover event, mind you, this is one of the most respected boxing writers in all of boxing. He gets
Absolutely.
rejected. Jake Donovan gets rejected. So I look at it this way, and this is why I think a lot of journalists and content creators are pussy because we should be all standing arm in arm with Jake Donovan. Because if it could happen to somebody with such a big platform like Jake Donovan, who the fuck you think you are? You think they won't do that to you too? Just wait.
Facts.
Just wait. Just wait. So I don't like stuff like that. Like Brunch Boxing was banned from Ring Magazine. We weren't they first of all, and I could tell it now because fuck them. What are they gonna do to me? Um they weren't allowed to credit Brunch Boxing when we broke a story. So when they would steal a story from us, they would word it as Ring Magazine has confirmed. Confirmed
Right.
from where? Fuck is you talking? That's my story. Fuck you mean you confirmed it? I didn't ask you to confirm my sources, my story. You didn't know about that
Facts.
story. You know, they weren't allowed to do that. But I heard the ban has been lifted. I did see they credited me last week on my Nonito Donaire story. So salute to them for that. They better continue to do that, or I'm gonna continue to speak out about it because it's not right. You got people that's working hard to get the boxing public these stories. They deserve to get some credit for it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, especially if they're doing the heavy damn listing. And yeah, I was reading that when um boxing scene had published it, you could tell that they were very upset about it because they said they hadn't been able to get any credentials since like the Madrimal fight or something like that.
Yeah,
They
Matchmore versus
said
Crawford.
Yeah,
yeah, they
imagine
said
my
they reached out for the Crawford versus Canelo, and on one end they were told they were approved, and then it came back that they were disapproved. They said they reached out to Dana's team, and Dana was like, "Well, we're not the ones who didn't approve you." So obviously pointing the finger without pointing the finger at Turkey Al-Sheikh. But to me, all of that is suspect, trying to curtail the narrative, trying to, like you said, silence certain portions of media just because you don't agree with them. That's what you do over there. You don't come here and do that.
Well, that's what he's doing. and
Yeah.
and and nobody seems to care or stand up for boxing. See, I think it's a damn shame. I think it
Because you
like,
know what it is, Matt? It's like this. It's like, well, shit, I can still go. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? That's people's
yeah,
mentality. You know what I'm saying? You're right. That shit sucks. That's ass.
yeah. Like me, I don't. You will never ever ever see me at a Riyadh season event until they do right by boxing scene. That's just like I know I'm a nobody, but that's just my personal stand. So
Yeah,
I
now
could
that's
I
real
could so
man
I could
shit.
feel good
For
about
real.
myself.
That's man shit right there. You know what I'm saying? That's what you call standing on business.
Because that shit is crazy to me. That shit is crazy. The whole publication band.
That's craziness.
Come on,
That's
man.
crazy. I forgot why they said they got banned, but
They
yeah, I
got
was
they
reading
got
that
banned
story.
because they didn't like a story that boxing scene um did that mentioned Turkey Al-Sheikh. They thought boxing scene was too critical. Um, they thought that Gary Jonas, who owns Boxing Scene, they thought
Hmm.
that he said something that offended Turkey Al-Sheikh, so Turkey Al-Sheikh banned the whole publication. Now Jake Donovan is banned because Jake Donovan made a joke about how long the Riyadh season cards are. So Turkey Al-Sheikh, got his little Saudi bots to be harassing Jake Donovan. He tried to make Jake look bad. So Jake Donovan just said, "Fuck you and good night." And Turkey Al-Sheikh got real upset at that. Next thing you
I think
know, when
he
Turkey
into it with
Al-Sheikh
Ariel
takes over,
Hawani too, ain't he?
well, I think Ariel Hawani knows how to. He knows how to He knows how to play nice.
Yeah,
He'll be
play in
fine.
between.
Yeah, he,
Yeah,
he
he
knows how to play
good.
nice. Yeah, he knows how to play nice. It is what it is. And if you look at some of the coverage he's been given on this new TKO thing, you could tell that him and Dana White have
They
kissed
made
and
up.
made up. You could tell.
Yeah.
You could tell.
Mhm.
Definitely. Definitely, because he done did
Yeah,
a
it's
couple
crazy.
interviews with Dana since then.
Yes, sir. Yes,
A
sir.
couple of them.
I'll tell you this though, don't expect to see Sean Zatella at any of these events.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I knew
We're
that.
gonna talk about that
Soon as he,
soon as
soon
he
as
said
that,
that shit.
hey, I told you, sis. I was like, man, soon. I was like, yeah, it's over for him. He ain't
Yeah,
gonna
he
be on no
canceled.
more events after that.
Yeah,
It's a
but that's
wrap.
not right. That's not
It's
right.
not. It's not. And then he tried to punk him. He like, listen, you want to talk to me, make an appointment. You know damn well you're not gonna sit down with him. So
And
stop.
he still hasn't. Where's that interview?
Nope. Nope.
September was 2 months ago. Where's that interview?
Yep. Yep. Yeah. We
Dana,
said that
Dana,
shit
I
though. Same
told
as that.
people Dana gonna play it safe. He is not gonna do no interview with Sean. Sean ain't gonna be
Nope.
at no more events. It's gonna be slow.
Nope.
Like all the interviews that Dana does is safe as hell. Safe as hell.
Hmm. He barely does any with real boxing media. I saw him on what was it like where they do the Dow and all of that other shit where they was talking about the stock market. He was over there talking about TK. I'm like, what does this nigga know about boxing? Like, why are you talking to him? You know what I'm saying? But to our point, he's not. He's not. He's gonna go where he's safe. He's not gonna be asked no real pressing questions. You know what I'm saying? In Turkey, we already know how he moving. He ain't
Yeah,
interviewing with nobody he can't control the narrative with.
exactly.
So
Exactly.
that's crazy, man. That's crazy. I was surprised to see him on the Boxing Boys, but then again, no, I wasn't.
Hey, that it's about that time.
Yeah,
It's about that time.
for sure, man. Yeah, man. So salute to you, man, for sure. I'm glad to have you on tonight, man. This is definitely a
For
pleasure,
sure.
man.
This was a
Honor for
for
you to come
sure.
on for sure. Definitely, man. You always welcome over here for the show. You already know the vibes, and I definitely gonna have to tap in with you some more for sure, man. Definitely appreciate you for sure, and let everybody know when you live and your socials and stuff too. And
Nah,
man,
nah,
I
nah.
really appreciate
I don't come on people's shows to do promo. I ain't here to do no promo. I just came for the love, man. That's all.
facts. Appreciate you, brother, man, for sure, man. You already know. Everybody, make sure y'all follow Brunch Boxing. My brother Matt for Brunch Boxing. You can follow him on Twitter. You can follow him on Instagram. Everywhere, man. He's everywhere for
Yeah,
sure.
matter of fact, follow me on Cash App. $sign is that your face?
Ah, I
Yeah,
know that's
nice.
right. I know
Yeah.
that's
I
right.
heard you on that
Follow
one
me
for
on
sure.
Cash App. Support
I know
independent
that shit is
platforms.
right.
$sign is
That
that your face, man. I appreciate y'all.
Man, we appreciate you,
absolutely.
Matt, for real.
Yeah, we appreciate you. We
Definitely.
already know I'm always reporting the stuff that you got going on, that you reporting stuff
Hmm.
and bringing it to the table on the platform, and because you're very informational for us to support and everything, man. So we use your source, and definitely always green light on everything, man, for sure, man. So definitely appreciate you, brother, man. Appreciate you
Thank you.
I
always
have
Thank
for
one
you.
sure.
last question though,
Go ahead, man.
Matt. How do you go
Go for
about
it.
getting your credentials? Because that's my next step that I want to take.
Well, uh, you have a Twitter?
Yeah.
Just shoot me a DM. Shoot me a DM.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't want to give the game away to everybody.
Okay, I feel
Right.
Yeah,
you. I appreciate you. I got
shoot
you.
me a DM. Shoot me a DM.
I'm gonna DM you later. Okay,
For
for
sure, man.
sure.
This was definitely a great one, man. Man, salute to everybody inside. Salute to my brother Big by Gun with the 4.99 in the super chat, man, for sure. Salute to you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Always, my dog, man. This is definitely another one, man. Another banger for sure. Y'all watch us on the playback, man, for sure. Hit that like button. For sure. Subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed. Oh, yeah, by the way, hold on, before we get out of here, Matt. What you think about Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr. fight? I gotta ask you that. I almost forgot about to ask you about that. Before we get out there,
It's gonna be a
what you
banger.
think about that fight?
Um, my head is telling me to take Brian Norman.
Uh,
It's a 50-50 fight, though. I just think that Brian Norman is too big, too fast, too strong. Um, I do love what I saw with Devin Haney because I did interview Devin Haney last week. And
Right.
I went to his media workout. He looks in
Mm.
excellent condition, in excellent condition.
He
So
does.
it's one of those fights where like I'm just happy that it's happening. Like you don't want to miss it. You just don't want to miss it.
Amazing fight, man. I had Senior on the show a couple weeks ago, and Senior he was, up here for about 3 hours. He was like man, we got all the advantages. The only advantage that Devin has is experience. And I was like, I was sitting there thinking about it
Well,
in
that's
depth.
that's
I'm
that's
like,
not that's not the only advantage Devin has. To me, Devin also has. I think Devin is a little bit more skilled. He's more adept at using his legs to move. Like a lot of people criticize the fight that he had with Ramirez. I
right,
thought that the fight with Ramirez was one of his better performances because instead of him being lazy and using upper body movement for defense, he actually used his legs to get out of the way of punches, which I think is going to serve him well if he can continue that trend in this fight. And the shape that he's looking in, he looked like he could do whatever the hell he wants in the ring. So I think it's going to be a very interesting fight. I'm curious to see how Brian Norman adjusts if Devin Haney decides to use his legs for defense. Will Brian Norman get sloppy? He does have a tendency to get sloppy sometimes, and you don't want to do that against Devin Haney. Devin Haney is a great counterpuncher. A lot of people think that Devin Haney can't punch, but I've never seen somebody just run up on Devin Haney. I think that's for a reason. He got respectable power. So that's one of the things that I'm going to be looking at with this fight. Is it's going to be a great fight.
absolutely. And then I'm just more so like I want Devin to have more offense in this fight than the Ramirez fight. Just,
Well,
'cause
he's going to have to
Devin,
because Brian Norman's going to
Devin,
be offensive and he's going to let his hands go. Ramirez is shot.
Um, yeah, and that was another thing too. To me, it would be smart for Devin to try to stick and move because I don't know if he's gonna. I don't know if standing in the pocket and going toe to toe with Brian Norman Jr. is a smart idea. I mean, I get it. Like you smother punches. I get all of that, but I just personally, I don't think standing in the pocket slugging it out with Brian Norman is smart.
Well. You say that because you know that Brian Norman can punch, but is Brian Norman as precise in the pocket as Devin Haney? Because Devin Haney is sharp
Mm.
and precise. So what if one of them punches that Brian Norman trying to throw is a little bit wide and Devin Haney come right up the middle? He could put him on his ass. We've seen Brian Norman get put on his ass by people that can't hit.
Boa
So
Chica, yeah.
yeah, so I'm not gonna act like Devin can't put him on his ass. They calling him D.O. Devin Haney. He's coming to take his chain. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know why they named that boy Debo because we all seen what happened to Debo at the end of that movie. So I don't even know why they
that's
named him that.
Bill. That's
But
Hey,
Bill.
but
hey,
That's
hey,
Bill.
yeah, I know
hey,
Bill.
Debo
Yeah, I
got
know
beat
Bill.
up, but Debo ain't get beat up till he got hit with a brick. So Brian Norman gonna have to hit him with a brick first.
Well, them
Brian Norman gonna have to
hands.
hit him with a brick first.
Them hands. But now that is definitely going to be a good fight, and I'm interested to see how Devin performs at a full 147. I've always thought he was bigger than 135 anyway, so
Yeah.
maybe with a little more strength, with cutting a little bit less weight, maybe he will definitely be more competitive as he moves up in weight. But that is yet to be seen. With all that being said, I still got Brian Norman.
Yeah, I'm still. I think this fight gonna be more competitive than I think that a lot of people think it is on Devin's
I
end.
hope so. I hope
I think it's
so.
gonna be more competitive. That's what I'm truly believing that because I think with a lot of people, I was almost in belief. I'm like, man, Devin. I think Devin can win this motherfucker for a second and shit. But then I was like, man, I'm just looking. I'm like, I got Brown Norman Jr. Man. It's just, but. I would not be surprised if Devin wins this fight, though. I will say that. I would not be
If it goes
surprised.
12, then possibly, yeah. But it's gonna be a fight. It's definitely gonna be a fight. I don't think that it's gonna be because one thing, Matt, like you said, he may have respectable power. He's gonna have to get his respect in that ring. I feel personally there comes a time in every fight where you gotta get your respect. So, we're gonna see.
My
We're
boy
definitely gonna
Shell
see.
said
November
Devin is
22nd.
going to sleep.
We're definitely gonna see. That whole card is fire though. I can't wait to see how Abdullah does. I can't wait to see David Benavidez. That is one card Turkey putting on that he has no complaints from me, top to bottom. Bam on that card. It's definitely a fire.
Yeah, you already know Abdullah Mason. Sam knows.
Yeah,
I
for
seen
sure.
Scott Nicholson the other day. She said she thinks Sam knows gonna be able to get the job done in the fight. And then of course, Abdullah. I had a little clip from Abdullah right here. This is funny right here. The little
I
clip
saw
from
You said,
I
Abdullah.
who do I want
saw
to fight, train, or and be friends with out of those three? So I'm gonna fight Floyd Schofield. I'm gonna fight Shakur Stevenson, and I'm gonna fight Keyshawn Davis.
Man, I saw that on Facebook. I was cracking up. I watched it like 3 times. I was crying laughing when I saw that. Abdullah Mason, boy, that boy got the fire in his eyes.
No
I
new
love
friends.
Abdullah. I love Abdullah, man. I love him, bro. I can't wait to see this man get this title, man. Get this title from Sam Knows. Even though Sam Knows, man, he a tough opponent. This definitely is a step up, definitely a step up fight for Abdullah in this fight for sure. And then you got David Benavidez. Anthony Yardy. I heard Anthony Yardy said that he don't spar.
No, he doesn't spar.
That's crazy. That's real interesting in this fight.
And ain't shit interesting about this fight. He gonna get the shit beat out of him.
I got my boy David Benavidez sparking him up for sure.
He gonna beat the shit out that boy.
He's definitely sparking him up for sure, man. For sure, man. Salute, man. So we go and end it out, man, for sure, man. Salute to you, man. I holler at you, man. You already know the vibes, man. We tapped in for sure. And sis, man, you already know, sis. Let them know when you live, and you already know the vibes.
Yeah, definitely. First of all, thank you so much, Matt, and I'll definitely hit you up on X. I will be live tomorrow. We'll be, talking about the upcoming drama and all these sports. Obviously, the upcoming fights. Saturday, I will be taking fight predictions for that Lubin versus Ortiz card. Mike got y'all a little present for the end of the week, so still trying to confirm. But we will definitely see. But definitely tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be live.
Absolutely, absolutely. And myself, I will be live Friday. I don't know what time yet, but I will be live Friday for sure. And I got a special guest for that show as well. So I will let y'all know what time. Just make sure y'all tap in with me on the socials on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and as well on the community post. I'll let y'all know what time I'll be live on Friday for sure. But I definitely will be live Friday, cooking up with another special guest. It's gonna be lit. And you already know, man, subscribe to the channel if y'all not subscribed. Like, hype this video. If y'all watch it on the playback, hit the hype button. That's a new feature on YouTube that they got right there, to help us in the algorithm. So make sure y'all hit the hype button as well, along with the like button. And we out of here, man. Salute to y'all, man. This was another banger
Peace.
for sure.
All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. It's showtime like Kareem Lakers. I make a man Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it.